Hello! Hey, everybody, and welcome to Charmed Persons! Ah, huh? Look at that little logo right there. There's a little logo now.
So I
So
put
you
it
know
up.
who we are. Charmed Persons. That is our official name. This one's gonna stick.
For about 2 weeks.
That's the wood that I just knocked on. Until
Until we can change it
someone
again.
Let's
until
spell word.
someone sends us an
I'm actually
Instagram.
charmed persons.
Yeah. Until someone sends us an Instagram message telling us to stop. It will continue to be our name on all socials. It has changed. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Charmed Persons is now our name. Charmed Persons is now our game. So welcome back to this session. Last week we had a one-shot DM'd by the lovely Ian Pantel. Thank you so much for doing that, Ian. That was a blast. I got to be a player in that. That was a lot of fun. I am editing that as we speak, and we'll upload that soon, so that you guys can check that out. A little Christmas in July situation. It was a good time. Without any further ado, let's get into the recap of last week's session. So, last we left off, our party was on their way to the ruins of Devis in the continent of Samtia, where they were chasing Xavier Synax, aka Pildor Swift Dream, aka leader of the Emerald Union. And as they were crossing the Edis Sea, they were attacked by a demon, a Rakshasa, that almost sent Atticus over the edge, but quick thinking brought him back, and they were able to fight off the Rakshasa with the help of their new companion, Ray, and her moondrake, Tiny. And after some brief conversation about who the heck she was, she found out that she had a somber connection with one of our party members, Avra, as she was the sister of Ben Firestar, aka Ben Dusor. And she decided to join the party as they all continued across the Edis Sea. As they approached the continent of Samtia, a wild and sudden hurricane storm system appeared, sucking the airship inward and cracking the two front levitating orbs with lightning, sending the ship careening down into the island. Some quick casts of Featherfall helped save everybody but Gustav as they landed on the beach of the shore of the continent of Samtia, south of where they were hoping to land. They realized that they were in the eye of this storm system, and that it was about 1,000 feet in diameter. And then walking further out, the winds got much more harsh, the rain got much more heavy, and lightning struck much more frequently, as one of our party members discovered quite front quickly, I should say.
I was shocked.
Elburn was trying to find his way through the storm, was struck with a stray bolt of lightning, and sent careening back towards the camp, losing his life. His soul drifting away from his body, but a quick casting of Revivify and a successful ritual with the addition of a bottle of butt water brought him back to life if he chose that, as he was approached by the avatar of Mistra in this dream, no, not alive, not dead state. And Elburn chose to go back and chose to continue to fight. And she told him that he would hold shackles on him no longer. What that means, we will find out. With that, all of that being discovered, the rest of the party discovered that the leader of this kind of village that was created of crashed ships that landed on this island from the storm was Captain Hullix, and that he was leading this kind of small village, but that there was a secret plot to undermine Captain Hullix. Our party member Rev was testing out his stealth abilities with his new cloak, and overheard a conversation between Dominic Reaver, his crew, and the party's newest member, Ray Dusor, as they discussed the assassination of Captain Hullix and the necessity of such an act, as it was the only way that they would be able to make it out of this storm, because Captain Hullix is what was holding them back. At the end of this meeting, Dorvo, the son of Captain Hullix, appeared from the shadows and revealed himself to be a part of this plot. The session ended with that little meeting disbanding, and Rev jumping down from the ship, brushing some of the sand off of his trousers, and some had started getting ready for bed. The night was coming to an end. Rev, you've just heard this conversation, and the night is yours. What would you like to do? I think you're muted.
I'm shocked, obviously, by this information, this plot,
Yeah.
especially one that has drawn our new found party member Ray into its web, and I would like to sort of see what Ray does in the next few moments with this information. I want to see, if she's going to be kind of forthcoming and bring this information to the party, which is what my second plan is, if she does not.
All right, well, yeah, so Ray, this meeting has just disbanded. Dominic and his crew head off to some other makeshift hut, not the main one that is made up of the Grand Sea Hall, the ship where everyone else is staying. Dorvo does make his way around and back into the Grand Sea Hall. What do you find yourself doing after this meeting occurred?
Well, as I recall, I really did want to bring them in to, like, the scenario. I wanted them to be a part of it as well, my crew.
Okay.
For the first time, maybe the first time, I feel a little bit of kinship to someone.
It's definitely a feeling that's interesting for Ray to struggle with.
Like, my heart and my brain aren't in unison, and I don't really know how to handle that. So I think I'm just gonna make my way back to the Grand Sea Hall, kind of find my crew.
Yeah. I think everybody else was kind of just getting ready for the night on the various hammocks, right?
Yeah. We're going to bed, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
Okay.
I may be.
Yo, Elburn's really drunk. I do remember that.
Yeah.
I'm drunk and like passing out because there's gonna be some demons going on in his brain.
Yeah.
I'm working on my journal. I'm working on my journal for
He's
Elmer.
already like trying to.
Is anybody around Abra?
Kelfie is definitely probably going to be nearby Avra, probably the nearest hammock to her. But this is a pretty sparse population-wise village, and not even everybody in the village chooses to stay in the makeshift hammocks in this Grand Sea Hall, so you guys have definitely carved out a little section by yourselves. So Kelfie is near Avra, but no one outside of the party is within earshot. I mean, there's definitely people nearby, but not within earshot.
You said no one outside of the party, so, like, we're just kind of...
Yeah, you guys kind of got your own little corner of the ship. There's people like 20 feet away-ish, and more, but they're out of earshot.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to Abra and just kind of walk up and be like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?"
For sure, of course. Here? Should we go somewhere else?
Yeah, that'd be... And, like, I'm already awkward, but, like, this is just, like, I'm trying to be coy
Yeah.
and it's just not working.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
maybe go. Do you want to just go outside?
Yeah, and then I look at Kelpie and I'd be like, you stay. You don't have to. You can stay here. You can. Don't come with us.
Very, very subtle.
She gets very sad, like the saddest look on her face
Yeah.
with her big eyes.
I'm gonna immediately reach into my bag and pull out a book that the first book Kelpie and I read, and I'll get Gidget and I'll put him on top and I'll be like, here, work on your reading. And Gidget's there.
I think that book was she hands you the book of, I think it was The Marvelous Adventures of Magister Lee, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think I actually have the book.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you did give it to
Okay.
Atticus. Yeah, that's
So
right.
I'd give her like
It's my book.
if I have a book that's mostly like pictures, like maybe a journal that I've like drawn in a lot or
Well,
something. Whatever I have that's mostly
that like
pictures.
encyclopedia of the Tiger Paw Jungle that you got had a lot of sketches of like certain plants and animals within the
Ooh,
Tiger
okay.
Paw Jungle.
I'll give her that and Gidget.
Yeah.
Okay. That's too sad. They accept them.
Oh.
I'll be
And
back.
I'm gonna look at her because clearly that was helpful, and I want to also be helpful. So I'm just gonna be like, don't worry, we'll be back. They're there, and like.
I'm gonna just sort of nudge her out the door.
Is this happening like right in front of everybody?
I mean, yeah, I would say that if you're not dead asleep, you can definitely notice that this is going on. Yeah,
focused
I'm trancing
on getting
nearby.
this hammock. I got nothing.
yeah. Elbern's out.
I'm just
yeah.
reading, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, Kelpie, you lean back, sadly accepting the book, and slightly glowing Gidget comes up and nuzzles himself in the little crook of your neck. Biscuit comes up and joins him on the other side. You have a little scarf made of furry animals. As you look at the pictures.
I'll try to do dancing lights just kind of around Kelpie's head.
Oh yeah.
No one wants Kelpie to be sad.
Wow.
Four globules of what amounts to basically candlelight appear in the air and begin to dance, and it's very calming for all of you, but specifically Kelpie in this moment.
Is this like handing a kid an iPad? Like the equivalent of, here, just take this iPad.
In this day and age of this place, yes, I would say so. All right, so Abra kind of drags Ray outside of the Grand Sea Hall. Rev, would you have followed Ray into the? Like, what would you be doing, seeing that this kind of whole conversation went down?
I probably would have like followed at a distance, like as Ray went back to the Grand Sea Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have been like waiting like a minute to go in, so it wasn't immediately obvious that like I'd been following.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I would say once you kind of like you're waiting on the outside, once you kind of turn and start to head in, you would probably see the final bits of exchange as Abra hands Kelpie the book and starts to drag Ray out of the building. Maybe didn't hear the actual conversation, but you can see that Ray and Abra are definitely walking with purpose in your direction.
yeah, and I would then like try to then see what is happening here, because I don't know what Ray's up to, and I know that like Avra is like the first person that I would try to talk to, but also if we were trying to like one by one take out the party, like
Yeah.
yeah, I want to keep an eye on like what's
Totally.
what's going
So, are you trying to like stealthily observe what they're doing, or are you just approaching the two of them?
on. I will stealthily observe, like try and stay within earshot as much as I can. But...
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just have a refresh on your stealth check.
Yep. Well, how did I get advantage? It's a 23.
23. Yeah. I would definitely say Ray for sure is super focused on just trying not to be as awkward as possible, and Avra's super focused on the concern of the fact that Ray has just pulled her aside, so they do not notice you, and you're able to. What do you think that you do? Do you do a similar strategy as the last time and kind of climb up the ship and look down from above, or do you find there's probably a nearby like makeshift hut that you can kind of like saddle up behind if you want to do that.
Yeah, staying like low and subtle like this time, but
Cool. Yeah.
I'll put up, maybe even like disguise selfing to look like not me. A
Yeah,
little bit.
easily enough, you can make yourself kind of have that same tattered, uh, torn cloth look that most of the people have here. Hood up, you just kind of, at a glance, look like any number of the denizens here. They definitely won't notice you as Rev, but you'll be able to stay within earshot. So the two of you exit the Grand Sea Hall.
What's going on?
Well, okay. And I cast Pass Without Trace
Okay.
on us.
Yeah,
Can
easily
I
enough.
can I stop her before she starts to? Would I recognize what she's about to do?
Ranger abilities are a little bit different than
Little
like
different.
wizard spells, but go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. Just straight up intelligence check. See if you can recognize what she is, because it's going to be a different act.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I've never ever probably talked about this, but
A
I just
modified
think
20.
it kind of sounds cool right now. You definitely notice that she's about to cast some sort of spell.
Why do we need this? What's going on?
Okay. Okay. Listen. Okay. You have to keep this to yourself. You have to. I know we don't know each other that well. We were on a ship for like a long time.
Yeah.
But like, I just need you to trust me.
Okay, I gotta be honest. As long as it's something that makes sense to keep to myself, I will. But I've been with these people for quite a long time at this point. So if it's something that could put them in danger, I need to know. I need to tell them.
Well, okay, like it's not gonna put like them in danger. But I just need like an insurance policy. And so I just need someone to know.
Okay,
So I'm telling you,
I will do my very best.
okay, I think, and by I think, I mean I know that I just agreed to help assassinate Pollux. I know, right? Like,
Rev, can
And
you make
why?
a perception check for me real quick?
Also, note if this conversation takes longer than like 5 minutes, Kelfie would turn into a spider and sneak out to
Okay.
follow them.
Yeah, it's probably not been that long yet, but I will keep that in mind.
Right, just at that point, if
For
it
sure.
gets to it.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
long
yeah.
as Fieldor's not around, you're safe.
What'd you get, Rev?
21.
21. Lucky. Okay, so across the way from you, so let's just say there's the entrance of the Grand Sea Hall. If you're facing out of the Grand Sea Hall towards the ocean, you're kind of standing over to the left. And then across from the two girls on the other side towards the right is another kind of just makeshift hut made out of what looks to be like a couple lifeboats thrown together. And behind the hut, peering over and kind of watching the conversation between Ray and Avra is Dominic Reaver.
oh fuck. I don't know this.
You do not know this, no.
Oh hell. I should
Why is that happening? Who asked you to do that?
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm freaking out a bit.
Hold on. I see Reaver. Do I hear the conversation that they're kind of having up to this point in time?
They definitely were trying to hide their. They definitely were trying to hide their conversation, and you didn't just like flat out hide. You kind of like chose to be like indiscernible person, and
Right.
so you got maybe bits of it, but not the whole conversation. But you can see the way that Ray's kind of like nervously talking and you know what just occurred, it's not impossible for you to imagine that that's what they're talking about.
I think I would drop my disguise self and walk up like super casual, as if like I'm supposed to be there. Just be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What are we talking about?" Kind of a thing, to try and disrupt Ray from outing herself and us, and like escalating the agenda.
Okay, totally, yeah.
Since part of the plan was already for her to try and convince us, like maybe Reaver won't do anything about it, but if he sees that Ray is trying to like foil the plan, that he might, attack us or just like move up the timeline.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, the two of you are talking. Abra questioning, trying to discern what's actually going on here. Ray struggling to, get the words. And as you are talking, Rev approaches.
Oh, hey, Red.
Hey!
Hey,
Wow, hi, there, buddy.
how's it going? I just saw you guys out here. Wanted to come say hi. What are we doing outside? There's not a lot of people outside. It looks like it's like you, me, Avra, and Reaver, like over there. And I just wanted to check in, like, cause it's like bedtime, and like I don't want to say anything stupid at bedtime. So
Immediately, as soon as I hear Reaper, I like look around. Can I see? Would I be able to, like, from where I'm at, like, see him?
I would say go ahead and make a perception check for me.
17.
17, yeah, with him pointing out to you what he sees, you look over to that little makeshift hut and you see long black hair, kind of, that's all you see as it like moves back behind the hut.
No, we're not talking about, no, we weren't talking. Well, I mean, we were
Hey, Rev, I could probably use your help with this one.
yeah. So I think we all get pulled into plots. You
yeah. Wait, what?
like,
I don't,
well, like
I don't know.
wanted to like do the right.
A plot? Oh, what's a plot?
Okay, Ray. You haven't been around us for very long, but here's what I think, is that we have gotten a lot of information today, and we seem to be given a lot of freedom right now, and that doesn't seem to be necessary.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a counter argument, I'll at least hear it.
No. No, I'm good. I know.
Okay. I'm gonna probably go check on Kelfie, but this is. Please talk to.
I think we should all maybe like have a conversation.
Actually, yeah.
Okay, can I ask a question just for my memory?
Yeah.
Did I remember in the meeting with Reaver and the others that I asked for my crew to be a part of it, and he said it was me or nothing. Did I make that up?
Yeah, I was actually, as you were talking, I was going back to the broadcast to look. I'm pretty sure that you referenced telling the crew, and he was not for that.
Yeah, because I remember I wrote down that I wanted to bring them in, and he nixed that, and so he said it was either me or nobody.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he was basically like, either you say yes to just you right now, or we just kill you.
Yeah. So this is high stakes, and I cannot. I just can't even.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I remember. You brought up wanting to bring them in, and he was like, "No, we just want you, and if you can't say just you, then we can just kill you right now."
Yeah. Because now I know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like a A movie. Okay.
So would you have still told Avra?
Yeah, I wanted just like
Okay,
my
cool.
insurance policy.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool,
So
cool,
now,
cool.
but now I'm feeling like, okay, so yeah, no, I gotta go. And I'm just gonna look at Abram and be like, yeah, okay, good night.
Wait, okay, wait. I need you to know that that might mess up our chances of being able to leave this place. And
I'm like,
if you
looking up,
need
like,
any help, we are your friends. We are.
yeah, I have friends now.
Rev, anything to add here?
That will help me.
Can I do an insight check on Ray, even if it's just like, on principle, to like infer that like she's overwhelmed and not like just
100%. Yeah.
I'm actually feeling very sweaty. Yeah.
I love this game so much.
I got an 11, so not very high.
An 11. So I'm gonna let you, Angie, decide what he discerns with an 11.
I'm not subtle. And Reaver is still watching.
You saw him move back behind the hut out of eyesight.
Oh, that doesn't mean shit. So I am terrified. Like, I'm not gonna say anything that might be compromising to my well-being or the well-being of my party. Like, the less they know. Oh, I fucked up. I just say that out loud. I fucked up.
All right, so you're still standing right outside the Grand Sea Hall, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
I
making
mean,
sure. I'm just making
yeah.
sure. No, I'm just making sure because
Yeah.
I was trying not to be rude, but I was looking through the past broadcast to figure out that situation. So I wasn't 100% sure. I
Yeah,
was
we're
just making
like
sure.
enough that I would have thinking that I was going to be able to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah.
And then get cockblocked.
Yeah.
That I just started bringing. Yeah, so we're far enough away, but not like.
Yeah.
way out.
I was just making sure you hadn't head back inside. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna be like, okay, good night, and then like just immediately like fucking book it back, like old school white mom at a fucking mall with a sweatband, just like
Back inside the Grand Sea Hall.
back into the sea. I'll get in my hammock, like close it up around me, and just like do some deep breathing or something.
Okay. So Abra and Rev, she
Fucking cool.
power walks away.
Yeah, I think we should go. You go to bed. Hey, just so you know, like I just witnessed this whole conversation go down where like there's this group of people and they are trying to take over control of the situation, and Ray was there. I don't think she like wants to be a part of this. I think she kind of got pulled in, and she's obviously in over her head. But I think we need to like come up with a. I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts about this, but I wanted to like talk to the other like smart person in this group before we did anything, and then
Elvin's pissed at that.
you. So here we are now. But
Elvin
I
just
think
gets mad in his dreams.
we go inside maybe and like.
Yeah, let's go inside, but I need to know more.
Yeah, for sure. Questions yet? No. Should I keep talking? I don't.
Let's go. Yeah, let's. If there's someone out here, we should go inside.
All right,
Okay.
so yeah, you guys walk back into the Grand Sea Hall,
And you guys wonder why I hang out with the kid.
and you see Ray has cocooned herself in her hammock.
I'm face down with a leg out of my hammock.
Yeah,
Still.
you're gonna have
moaning.
your back's gonna hurt in the morning. You're like bananaing it.
Absolutely. Like there's a foot hanging out. I'm like, I didn't hang the hammock right, so it's like slightly tilted that way. You can see like the indentation of my face.
Yeah, yeah,
It is
exactly.
very much like
Yeah.
snoring and still open.
Please.
I've got a bunch of lit candles around me. I'm in the middle of a trance, standing straight up.
Rev, do you want to come sit over here with me for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a little more?
No, I think this is we just gotta like subterfuge. Yeah, this is it's my whole thing.
So why do they want to?
Right.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
It's like they're fighting over a sinking ship, right? So
Yeah.
they think that Hullix is not doing like a great job, and
Okay.
they're trying to take over. But like, I don't think they have any better.
What's going on?
Actually, I don't think you were like,
Come on over, Atticus. Come on.
Kelpie also has turned over and is like this one side of the hammock, like waiting to be invited, but like she's told to stay, so she's just like.
So, here's what I think is that while they fight over the sinking ship, we could keep the ship from sinking.
that's same.
What's sinking? What's
But
happening?
are they gonna? Rev, you do
Let's give me the rundown.
it.
Again, Hullix is they're gonna and like his son is part of it, and it's
We
not-
have to go tell Helix.
I think tell Hullix, but also here's the thing.
I think we need to tell him right now.
Right. Well, like tomorrow is like this whole thing is going down.
Right, but we need to tell him now.
I
Here's
like-
what I. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah. So
Hey
And
gang,
Atticus is
what are we
staying-
talking
Atticus
about?
is staying up.
Captain Ace is there. She's looking at the rest. They're looking at the rest of you guys. Hey, what are we
we're
talking
just
about?
making
What are we talking about?
what?
What?
We're just telling stories.
Yeah, telling
Well,
stories.
this one just told me that you're just making out.
Captain Ace.
story.
It's a whole like narrative experience.
Ace, there's a plot to kill Captain Helix. We need to protect him.
What? There's a plot.
Okay,
From
can I
who?
just ask?
Who's gonna kill who?
Okay.
You hear all of Ray. You hear this. You hear all of this going down.
I'm like,
And I'll go. I'll go.
grinding
Pharaoh.
Hey guys. Hey guys, what's up? Can you guys give me the
Huddle up.
rundown?
Huddle up. Group
What's
huddle.
going on? Can you give me the
Yeah,
rundown?
what? I heard kill.
Elburn's
There's a
snoring.
plot to kill Captain Helix, and we need to stop it.
What?
How do you know this?
What?
And I
Okay.
have
Okay.
Atticus is
High
standing
school
up like
montage.
we have to go tell Captain Helix.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll,
Okay. Wait. Can I talk, please?
Yes, of course.
Go.
I agree. We should tell him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, as we were just discussing, there doesn't really need to be any conflict. So
No.
maybe tell him to be on guard, but not to be combative back, because ideally we can all get out of this in the next couple days.
Right. So I think we need to bring Captain Helix like here.
But will that be like
because they're talking.
who's trying to kill him? If
They're
we bring him here, they're gonna know.
they're talking about killing him like tomorrow.
Like in
So
the
that's why we tell him
morning,
tonight.
Like after
For sure,
breakfast,
we tell him tonight. But
after lunch,
like
dinner.
also this gets kind of confusing. So Rever wants to kill Reva. I don't know why anybody would like put these two names together. But
One's British.
Well, one's just Dominic, right?
yes.
yeah. But yeah, so it was Dorvo also was part of this, and okay, so
Okay,
they
so I'm gonna go tell Captain Helix.
I don't
who's
really
coming.
care who.
have a plan first, right?
Dorvo, his son, wants to kill him?
I mean, I think time is of the essence.
Can
Yeah.
you just tell him to come here? Don't tell him.
Yes.
Just say, come here real quick.
I will tell him his life is in grave danger. He needs to
Well,
come.
maybe don't just say, come
Wait,
here. Just
wait,
don't.
wait.
Well,
Don't
won't that
panic
be
him.
super suspicious?
Dominic Reaver enters the Grand
Pharaoh
Sea
can tell
Hall
him without
and
telling.
walks
Pharaoh, go.
over to Dorvo's
Yeah.
sleeping body and wakes him up and begins to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm going over. I'm out. I'm out going to Captain Helix wherever he is.
Yeah, Captain Holix is sleeping right near Dorvo, and
Good.
you walk over to him, and as
I
you,
forgot that everyone is sleeping in the same place.
well, like it's a large ship, so it's that was like most of what you said was out of earshot. As you are approaching Captain Hullix, Dominic is looking over his shoulder at Dorvo, and Dorvo's like kind of confused and following him. And Dominic comes over and he reaches Captain Hullix and starts shaking him awake. And Captain Hullix shoots himself awake, and Dominic steps in between you and Captain Hullix, Atticus. And he says, "All right, that's enough right there."
I'm gonna cast command and say silence to Dorvo and Dominic.
Okay, that's 2 wisdom saving throws, right?
Yep. I'm gonna
think we
cast
handle
it
this
second
well.
level, so I'm gonna
This
cast
is
so
a
they're both
I'm honestly kind of glad I'm passed out drunk for this. This is a nightmare.
I wish I was.
I'm glad you're passed out drunk for this too.
Dominic gets a 15, and Dorvo gets a 4.
So it's a spell save of 15. So
Okay, so
one of them
Dominic
passes.
saves, and Dorvo doesn't. So Dominic just kind of looks at you, and Dorvo's like, he kind of like wants to say something, but he stops himself. Dominic looks back to you, Atticus, and says, "Trying to silence us with magic so that we can't warn Captain
Your
Hullix
life
of your
is in
plot
danger,
against him.
Hullix.
He knows. I just woke him and his son up. We heard of the plot that you had against him."
Oh my fucking god.
This is not true. Could you guys come in here? And I'm just gonna call for
As
I'm already
you
on my
Hullix-
way over.
Let's get
As-
everyone on the same page.
as your party starts heading over there,
Group
Dominic's crew enters, the other 2 people who were at the meeting, and now Dominic, his 2 crew members, and Dorvo are standing in front of Atticus, and and Dominic's just like, "You had a plot against the king.
Whoa,
we
no, you
overheard
had a
it."
plot against
N-
the king.
they-
Hullix, you
Captain
gotta
Hullix.
believe me.
Captain
Do
Hullix,
the truth
this
thingy
is
thingy.
I just did my second.
Captain
level
Hullix.
spell. I
We
can't do
we
it.
need
I
to
can do it.
I
need
need
to
your
get you away
permission
from this man.
to lock up these to tie these members and imprison them. Your life's in danger at their hands.
Now do the truth thingy thingy.
Captain Hullix is very confused. Everyone just shut up. You. And he points to Atticus. Quickly.
There's a plot to kill you. Your son, I believe, is gonna do it. I just heard this. That's pretty much all. But you gotta
Enough.
come with me. You gotta. believe
Enough.
me.
He points to Dorvo. Son? Dorvo says, "Dad, you know that this isn't true."
Bullshit.
He doesn't even have a good excuse. He just says that he heard about the plot a couple minutes ago. Dominic was watching this one, and he points to Avra and Ray, talk outside of the Grand Sea Hall, and he heard them talk about this plot. Tomorrow night they plan to kill you, take over
Okay.
this village.
At this
Lock
point,
us
I,
both
like,
up.
I watched this one and this one have that conversation, so I mean, it's a stranger's word against that of your son's. So
I'm gonna step
Captain-
forward.
That's
I'm gonna
helping
say,
our cause.
Captain, if I may, we have a lot of evidence that we really think could get us all out of this situation, and I promise you, we would have no reason to take over this community. All we want is to get everybody out of here and solve this problem for you.
Captain Hullix looks over the party. He looks over Dominic and his son, Dominic's crew. Dorvo speaks up. "Dad, come on. You know that this isn't right." Captain Hullix,
Captain Ace, can you is there like a captain to captain thing that you guys can do?
Captain Ace, Captain Ace looks at you and says, "I have no idea who's telling the truth here.
Anybody? Zone of truth?
Yikes.
But anybody?
I
ju-
can,
I
I
ju-
That's
can
what
cast
I'm
Zone of Truth.
thinking. The truth thingy
Yeah.
thingy.
Yeah, I can make sure that
Captain
everyone's
Holix
Zone of
is the one that speaks up this time, and he says, "How do I know you're not just compelling them to say something?"
Truth. I wouldn't do
I
that.
don't know for that.
Yeah, yeah.
What
I would
proof do you have of this conversation?
Someone could write it down while we're having it.
Ray?
I'm gonna go wake up Ray.
Ray's there,
I'm
isn't
not
she?
asleep.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
there.
I have unfurled and I am sweating.
Ray, I'm sorry that I couldn't keep your secret, but as a friend, this is what I had to do. So as a friend, I need you to have our backs.
Okay.
Captain Holix looks to you, and he says, "All I ask is that you speak the truth." Yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna cast message and say like telepathically to Ray.
Captain Holix,
Would know it. Never mind. If I think he would know it, then I wouldn't.
yeah, I mean, message is a verbal, you use your, or, I mean, somatic,
right,
you use your
right,
hands.
right. JK,
spell.
JK,
Yeah,
JK.
yeah,
I'm so conflicted. Ow. Okay. So yeah, I agree. I think that I am your friend, Akra. Captain Holix. They wanted me to help kill you, your son and this guy. And I looked to Dominique and what's his name?
Dorvo.
Dorvo. I looked to Dominique and Dorvo and be like, there's two of you and there's like a million of them. So I'm feeling pretty good. And I want to check to Captain Holix. Can I read?
Make an insight check. Well, actually, hold on. First, make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Oh, yikes. Oh no, that's a 4.
Okay, now make an insight check.
Oh, natural 20.
He genuinely doesn't know who's telling the truth. He isn't full-fledged just believing his son, but is also not believing you either. He genuinely doesn't know who to believe.
In this moment, I have gotten up. Like, no one's realized this. And I'm currently peeing on Dorvo's hammock, thinking I'm outside.
Okay.
I turn to everyone, whoever's nearest to me.
I mean, they're all standing pretty close to there.
Yeah. And I just go, are we still partying, or what's going on? You all look very upset about
Jesus
something.
Christ.
Okay.
Albert.
Okay.
All right,
Albert,
someone
time to go back
please,
to sleep.
someone take care of him.
Is something going on? I'm just wondering, why is everybody look
Hey,
upset?
Elburn, go back to bed. Go
Did
back to bed.
someone
Go
die?
back to
Well,
bed.
Albert, if you don't go
I-
back to bed right now, I'm gonna do magic on you.
That's rude. I'm
Five,
just standing. I just don't know why everybody's
Four,
outside while I'm trying.
3,
And
2.
I climb into Dorvo's hammock.
Hey,
Okay.
good enough.
I'm gonna
good enough.
slap him and cast lay on hands to cure his drunkenness for 5.
Okay, yeah. You get slapped in the face, and there's like a slightly glowing handprint left on your cheek as you are now completely and suddenly sober. However, as per what we discussed on the phone, I don't know if you remember, 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
you don't really notice a physical reaction to the magic being used on you.
I just kind of stand there.
Captain Ace looks over to you, Elburn, and just says, your friends are saying that this gentleman and his son and Captain Hullix's son are trying to kill him. Captain Hullix's son and this gentleman are saying that your friends are trying to kill him. You're caught up.
Yep, that's my.
Oh.
That's
Welcome to the party.
They also were gonna kill Reva too. I think they said take
It's a-
care of Reva.
It's a tense situation.
I don't know who that is. I didn't get names.
Captain Hullix puts up his hand again. Enough! And he looks back to Ray. Continue.
Can I just ask you one question, Captain Hullix?
What?
Was anybody here on this island before you?
We don't know. We think so, but
But you didn't know. You don't know anybody?
no, we're the
that's been
first
here
ones
longer
here
than you?
of the people who have been here. Of the people who are here, we're the ones who have been here the longest. Why?
Alright. Zach, I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at I always forget his name. I want to say Doru, but that's Matt from like 900.
Yeah, Dorville.
Dorvo and Dominic,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, I am so sorry, you guys. And then I'm gonna take out my hand axe and I'm gonna fucking go for both their throats with my double attack for action.
Y'all were worried about me.
All right. Go ahead and make your first attack against Dominic.
God damn.
I have a plan, I think.
Murder.
See,
That's the plan.
no one will
Murder.
let me tell them, and I don't have enough information.
I'm gonna say this is definitely a surprise, so you have advantage on these two
Oh,
attacks.
thank God.
Yeah, Rev.
I was gonna say, I'm like, it's too late to say this, but I was waiting to, like, readying a Misty Step to, like, jump over by Dorvo if he, like, moves to attack.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say once you see, well, I am noting that, and I will get to it in just a second. What did you get on the first attack? Towards
So-
Dominic?
First attack towards Dominic is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Alright. 7 damage.
7 damage, okay, and then do your advantage attack on Dorvo.
Look real innocent.
It's gonna be a 15.
15 hits.
That's gonna be a 3 damage.
Okay, 3 points of damage. So you kind of step up, quickly unsheath your hand axe, and go quickly once across Dominic's throat, once across Dorvo's throat. Dominic's able to move back slightly, and you cut across his like collarbone and chest area. Blood immediately beginning to pool down his side, or down his chest. Dorvo is also able to kind of move to the side. You cut him pretty deep along the side of his neck as he moves away from the swipe. Rev, you were kind of preparing a Misty Step. What do you do in this moment with your Misty Step?
Yeah, I am stepping to put distance between Hullix and Dorvo, either, like, basically by attacking Dorvo.
Okay, gotcha. So, where do you appear like you were all kind of like
Yeah.
pretty clumped together? So are you are you wanting to go in front of Dorvo, behind him, to his side, in between him and Captain Hullix?
Yeah, it was kind of like, depending on how much space is in between Hullix and Dorvo, if I could get between the two of them.
You definitely could.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you pop in front of, like, kind of to the right of Dorvo, like almost kind of catty corner of where Ray is standing in front of Dorvo, and in between him and Captain Hullix. And yeah, I mean, if you use Misty Step, I'll go ahead and say that you can have an attack this turn.
Do I have any sort of bonus action, or do I just get the actions?
Just get those actions.
Okay, cool.
Nat 20.
Nat 20,
Ooh.
Nat 20 hits for sure. Go ahead, and Ray is within 5 feet, so that is a sneak attack as well.
Yeah.
He's not gonna listen if we kill his kid.
Right.
I'm about to cast Zone of Truth, like, ooh, maybe it's a little too late for that.
You still could.
As he's
Yeah.
bleeding out, you're like, tell the truth.
Nah, write it in your blood.
Okay, sneak attack. Another d6.
Is it not 2d6 yet for you?
Did I fuck up and then fuck up more?
Hey, you did what thought your character would do. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you really L-burned that up. Jesus.
Oh my
We got
god,
2 of
I'm the
them.
new Elburn.
What did you say, buddy?
Is 15 points of damage.
And that's with the dice doubled and everything?
Dice doubled, yeah.
Okay, cool. How did you swipe at Dorva?
I like appear between them, just kind of like pushing away and like slicing like as I do.
Yeah, so you appear in between him in one quick motion, push him away with your arms as you unsheath your blade, dragging it across him. He had moved out of the way of Ray's blade, kind of getting cut on the neck, putting himself squarely with you. You drag your blade across the chest and across the throat of Dorvo as it just slices through his flesh like butter, and Dorvo immediately falls to his knees, grasping his throat, and then falls down to the ground. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fuck me.
Guys.
This is going great. Maybe I should have stayed drunk.
Since I have alert, could I have done something? Since I can't be surprised.
We'll go ahead and roll initiative, and then you both have alert.
Yeah.
We'll go through initiative. You'll both get a round, and then we'll start at the top of the order.
Cool.
If that makes
I
sense.
will give you my initiative though now, which is 15.
Yeah, give me just a second, actually.
No, you have to do it now because we're alert.
Lols.
Oh,
All right. I decided to go.
I'm the new Elburn. Chill up.
I have no Revivify spell slots left.
I wonder why.
FYI.
Yeah, Elburn's health is probably not very high either.
No, it's fucking.
Your health
not.
should be where it was at the end of
Yeah.
last session.
And it is.
Elburn, you got 15.
Yes.
Okay. Atticus.
9.
9. Avra.
Modified 20.
Ray.
3.
Trace. Healthy.
5.
Barrow.
4.
Yeah.
Rep.
Got a nat 20. The total amount of that is a 23.
Nicely
That's
done.
exactly what I got, Rev.
I thought you said 3, Ray. You said 23?
Oh, yeah, natural 20 plus 3. So
Oh, okay, great. What?
Ooh.
So
Wow.
you both have the same dex modifier then as well, right?
I got 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're the same! Rev and Rev.
what are your hit points?
I have 1.
What do you have? What do you have, Rev?
I have 45.
And then what do you have,
41.
Ray? Okay, Rev will go first.
Okay. Cool,
The
cool, cool.
tiebreaker.
I there's another way to do that, but that's the one I thought of real quick. Okay, Rev and Ray.
Rev and Ray, we get a spin-off.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh, we
now
might
let
have
me
to.
do.
Oh no.
Let me do
Rowdy
these
neighbors.
peeps. Okay.
Yikes. I'm so
Didn't expect the combat to start here.
Who did? Show of hands.
We can never just
You-
talk.
you
about
just-
it.
Do you think it's been 4 hours of trance needed before this has happened?
Nope.
You know, if I still have my fucking low hit points, you get the hell out of here.
Didn't I lay on hand you for like 20?
Yes. That's how much I have.
Yeah, that's still not a lot.
Nope. Not as a fighter.
Okay, so I think that Elburn has the slightly higher dex. So Elburn, your surprise alert round, what do you do?
I take my whip out, because I've still got my jacket on. I take my whip out and I snap it along Ray's ankles to try and yank her to the ground and knock her prone. Because all I've seen so far is her go straight for the sun's throat. I'm barely in this conversation.
Yeah. So you're
And,
basically
even
just
I
attempting
think it's
to grapple Ray.
Grapple and like pull her prone.
Okay.
Basically.
Just go ahead and make opposing strength or athletics checks, the two of you.
I feel like he would have to hit her with a whip before he could try it.
Oh, I thought he was I thought he was doing. I didn't hear the whip part. I apologize.
Oh yeah. No, I'm doing it with a whip.
Yep. You need to make your. Thank you. Ian, you need to make your attack with the whip.
Okay.
There should be a number next to it.
Yes, there is. That is 21.
21 does hit, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would say instead of doing damage, you can like wrap it around her, and then opposing athletics checks to see if you can pull her prone.
Yeah. Because like I crack it out, get it right around like one of your ankles after you sliced him.
Yeah,
After
totally.
you sliced him, and like right before the Misty Step.
Actually, what I'll say is go ahead and make a athletics check, Elburn, and a dexterity saving throw, Ray.
Nah. 8.
Nat 20 plus 6.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay,
Just,
so
like, lift my leg up.
you wrap it around and you pull, and it pulls her leg up, but she like brings her leg up and then extends her, like flexes her foot, and the whip just kind of like pulls off, and then she lands back down. So that was your alert turn, Atticus. You got an alert turn.
I am going to use my channel divinity to use Nature's Wrath.
Okay.
And Dominic has to make a strength or dexterity saving throw or be restrained by fines that come out of the ground.
Ooh.
So strength or dexterity, their choice.
He got a 11.
That
So
fails.
he holding his throat, his hand to his throat.
No,
he
not
looks-
the one that got the throats.
You said Dominic, right?
Dominic. Wait, who got their throats?
Dominic got his throat cut first by Ray, and then Dorvo got his throat cut by Rev.
So, the one are they both like dying?
Dorvo is unconscious. Dominic seems pretty close to it.
Okay, so Dominic.
Yeah. So hold on. I'm just gonna lower the volume on this slightly. Okay. So yeah. He's kind of looking around, looking to his, like, he starts backing up and pushing his two crew members forward. As he does that, he stops as from the sand beneath, these like sandy brown vines wrap up from the ground and hold his legs all the way up to his thighs, taut, as he is now restrained there. Is it
And
just
then
him,
with-
or is it a
Yeah, just him,
okay,
one
cool.
person. And then with my like movement or bonus action, I'm gonna take out my healing potion and hold it to his son.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
since I don't have enough to like give it to him, I'm gonna just hold it towards him.
yeah. So he is currently like falling unconscious, but you just hold it in the direction of his son.
Like I'm
just
going to
like,
do
hey,
that.
there's a healing potion here. It's in the direction of the sun. Okay,
Yeah.
totally. All right, so that'll take us to the top of the turn order, which is Rev.
Even seeing that Atticus is moving to heal the sun, I do, and was my plan, to go down and do Spare the Dying on
Okay.
them to stabilize them.
Yeah, he's like falling, and like you kind of catch him as he's on his knees falling to the ground, you kind of holding his body from completely collapsing or helping it down as it goes, and you cast Spare the Dying, and you can see him kind of take a deeper inhale involuntarily as he is unconscious, but he does not have to take any death saving throws. Is that a Spare the Dying in action?
It's an action. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you got your movement and bonus if you want to use them.
At that point in time, I just sheathe my rapier and like put my hands up and like we can talk about this.
Okay.
It just
I'm trying to protect you, like talking basically to Hullix and Atticus kind of at the same time. Like
Yeah.
this,
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. It is now Ray's turn.
Have my hand axe out still,
Yeah.
and I am mad that, you know, if I would have just communicated better, if I was just better at communication.
Yeah, no,
So I hold the hand axe. I'm gonna move towards Hullix. And I'm gonna lay the hand axe on him, not slicing or anything.
Like putting it on his chest.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I could. I'm assuming this might be my movement, my bonus action.
Yeah. No, that's just your movement. Not even all of it.
I want to look at him and say loudly enough so that everyone can hear. Don't you think it's interesting that no one else can say what was happening on this island before you got here? Can anyone else say what was happening on this island before Hullix got here? There's people around, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You guys have caused commotion now.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the Grand Sea Hall is up and watching everything that's going on.
So I like to say that loud enough to, like, as if I'm posing the question to everyone around.
Yeah. Is this in an effort to like intimidate Captain Hullix? Like, would you want to roll a intimidation check, or are you trying to like persuade everybody else around and want to roll a persuasion check for them? I'm trying to give you a check if you want one.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll one though
I'm
either. If you're not
intimidating him.
you're intimidating
I want
Hullix, yeah.
Yeah, I want him to start like explaining himself, because this whole thing, half the reason I wanted to do this is because I think it's fishy that no one else can vouch for him.
Okay, yeah.
Why am I like this? 4.
4. Okay. All right. We will get to his reaction on his turn. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
You have an action and bonus action if you want to use it. I'll say the bonus action was the intimidation check, so if you want to use an action, you can.
No, as the action, no action. I'm just gonna continue to hold him a little hostage.
Totally.
There.
Yeah. Abra.
I feel like there are too many cooks in the kitchen right now. So I'm gonna hold my action for if anyone goes to attack any of the members of my party or the captain.
What action are you holding?
That I would shit. You know? I'll hold Toll the Dead. If anybody tries to attack any of those people, I'll toll them to death.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. It is now Elburn's turn.
Yeah, so after Ray's like put her stuff down, I immediately walk over and grab her axe and just
That's
like,
inappropriate.
No axe grabbing.
you're right. I first say, do I have consent? And then I grab the axe.
Are you trying to rip it from her grip?
You said you put it down, didn't you?
No, she's holding it to his chest, to Captain Hullix's chest.
Okay, I grab the axe, basically, and put another hand on Ray's shoulder. And I just very soberly, since all measure of drunkenness is gone, just go, this will not work. And I just like start pulling the axe, like not out of her hand, but like back away from Hullix.
Ray, do you let him hold on to your axe, or you try to move it, make him let go?
Well, last time I tried to elbow him, it didn't go well. So,
He's saying he's not pulling it away. So right now he's gonna
Yeah.
have a hand on it. He's gonna have a hand on it with you,
Yeah.
basically.
And, like,
Or
pulling
you
it
can
toward
try to stop him.
Yeah. Pulling it toward you, like, just, like, away, not, like, trying to yank it. Just so it's not pointing at Hullix.
Yeah.
Though if you...
Don't
determine
stress,
that it's
man.
not-
Don't stress.
I know. If nobody has spoken up for me yet, I'm feeling really alone. So I think that I would let him at least try to like divert.
Okay. Yeah. So you hold on to the axe firmly yourself, but you do let him pull it away slightly. All right. So that'll be Elburn's turn. It's now Captain Hullix's turn. Captain Hullix is going to make a check. Captain Hullix grabs the healing potion from Atticus's hand, uncorks it, shoves it into his son's mouth. His son, his body instinctively starts to swallow the shimmering red liquid, as he gasps really raspily as his throat begins to coagulate slightly, and there's still an obvious gash there, but it looks as if it's already almost like a day healed. And he kind of takes his breath and looks up at his father, and Captain Hullix looks to all of you. And he says, kneeling, not looking, he looks at all of you, but then looks back down at his son, and then not looking at you while kneeling, he says, "Leave this place, or die right here."
We literally can't, dude. We can't. I just tried.
That's not my problem.
Working on that.
You just
this
attacked
was-
my son. Leave this place, or die standing here.
I was gonna create a bunch of food tomorrow. Do you still want that, or?
That's how Captain Hullix spends his turn. We'll go ahead and stay in combat order for right now. It is Atticus's turn.
Hey, I don't have my sword out or anything to keep it that way. I'm just gonna hold out my hands. Say, look, there was a plot to kill you. We're just trying to help you. We can't go anywhere. We think we have a plan. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
23.
23. All right, noted. Kelpie, your turn.
She is going to also hold, she's going to hold the person as her action,
Okay.
or hold persons for up to 2 people. Basically, if anyone tries to attack anyone else in this space,
Okay.
like talk it out, she's
Yeah.
gonna try to cast hold person on 1 or 2 people, depending on what happens.
Okay. And then last but not least, Pharaoh.
All right, guys, murder is not gonna solve anything. Dominic, Ray, I'm very disappointed in your actions today, but let this being a learning example. And I cast Calm Emotions.
Okay. Who does that affect specifically?
Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius. Charisma
Okay, so
saving.
everybody. Charisma saving throw, everybody.
Whoever's within 10 feet of me gets an extra 4 if they want it.
You can choose to fail it if you want.
Are they allies? Do they need to be allies?
I'll fail it.
The spell is everyone.
You or a friendly creature within 10 feet.
Friendly. Okay.
DC
Say it's a
15 charisma
charisma
save.
save.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to save Vincent. I'm pretty calm, so I wouldn't try.
I'm also calm, but I tried because I still not fully understanding why I'm not feeling.
Literally, all of them failed it.
All right, so
I have a 12, a
real
13, a
chill.
6, a 4, a 12, and a 4.
Wow.
What did we need to pass?
15.
Okay.
So you're indifferent about creatures of your choice that you're hostile towards. Indifference ends if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
I rolled a nat 20 on my save, so
Okay. So
Why-
you're worked up if you want to be.
Everyone else is chill as fuck.
Read the room, Elburn.
If you want to be worked up, you can be worked up.
I was already
If I see it take hold and people are calm, I would drop the restraint, Dominic.
Dominic falls to his knees, holding his bleeding throat. And everybody else seems to pause for a moment. For right now, we are out of combat. Captain Hullix stands up and looks at the two crew members with Dominic and says, "Take care of him." And the two crew members pull Dominic aside and start tending to his wound. Captain Hullix looks to the rest of you and says, "You just attacked my son and expect me to believe that he's the one that had a plot against me?"
That's fair.
Pretty much.
He was going to attack you.
And how am I supposed to believe that exactly?
got a fair point. I wouldn't.
I-
believe
I
that
could
after
zone
that.
of truth if you want. I know
You
you
just gotta have faith.
gotta keep the faith.
We
could
should
zone
not
of
have
truth
attacked
and-
your son. Can we move
Yeah,
on
I
from
don't
that?
condone that at all. I don't agree with those actions.
No.
Also, to be clear, I was holding my action if he was going to attack Hullix.
Who?
If Dorvo was going to attack Hullix.
Oh.
What I was holding my action for. So
Oh, I sorry, that wasn't specified enough, I don't think. Sorry, I apologize.
that's what I feel like I specifically said that I was holding out for.
Understood. I did not catch that.
Retcon, because I think still in the moment, probably
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can just say that the same amount of healing happened from Ray's cut. Maybe before we go through a whole round of combat, let me know if that's not something you
Well,
wanted to happen last time.
I felt I thought that I'd missed something, and then everyone else's reaction afterwards was like, "Oh, this came out of nowhere." I'm like, "No. I had very specific criteria attached to my."
I just heard you say that you were holding a Misty Step to transport next to Dorvo. Is what I heard. I didn't hear the other part, so that's my apologies. It's totally fine. Basically, all the same stuff happened, except Rev's not the one to do the big blow. Ray was. We can still say that you did Misty Step, but not with a fatal blow. More so to kind of stop the situation, and you ended up still kind of catching him the same way, except the spare the dying didn't need to happen. And Atticus, maybe you wouldn't have given the health potion. I don't know.
I would as a token of good faith.
Yeah. So pretty much all happened the exact same, except Rev didn't slice the man up. So good to know. Captain Hullix is standing there looking at y'all, and he genuinely he's asking, please, other than some kind of spell that I can't trust the source of, tell me why I'm supposed to believe this.
Well, you can trust the source of the spell if it makes people tell the truth and you ask your son something only he would know.
How am I supposed to know that's the spell?
I'm gonna voice my disdain for magic and understand exactly where he's coming from. Captain, I had no idea what was happening until I got up here. You said that they were blaming
Son, can you
my
kindly
group
get your
for-
head out of my ass?
Excuse me, sir. And I step right towards him since I'm not calm. I go, you're gonna give me a chance to speak because I almost died, was drunk, and now I'm very.
You're gonna
sober.
step back or this conversation's gonna be over sooner than you want it to be.
Elburn, drop it. You're not helping.
I crack my knuckles because boy, he's had a day. like,
I'll stand in between Elbert and Hullix for
I'll,
sure.
I'll do it too.
I'll make a wall.
Yeah.
like,
He,
listen, man.
Captain Hullix throws up.
Elbert
Captain
procedure.
Hullix throws up his hands. One of your party members just attacked my son. Could have killed him, and now the other one's
100%.
threatening me with physical violence.
Yep.
And you want me to believe you?
Yeah,
we'll
because
we'll
you
handle
won't
that
listen to-
internally.
You clearly won't listen to anybody. I had no
What am I
idea
supposed to
what
listen to?
going
The
on.
physical threats or the attack on my son? Which
I
one
don't
am I
know
not
if that was
listening
the
to?
thing.
Look. We found out that you were in danger. We panicked and acted rashly. That was not okay. We are a big group. We couldn't get our act together.
I feel like I acted rationally and told you as soon as I found out.
I
We
feel like I
can-
tried to
Second
stop
too
the
soon.
person to attack your son as soon as it happened.
So you can either have us stay and help try to protect you, or I mean, tomorrow we're hoping to get to the bottom of all of this.
Protect
And
me. Protect me.
yeah,
Listen,
You clearly have disorder in your ranks.
this
If
is
this
what I
really
will
gonna
offer
go.
you. You can stay here, guarded, and leave in the morning with your whole party intact. Or we kill her. And he looks at Ray.
See, this is gonna violence begets violence. It's gonna be a
It's
cycle.
just not good.
I'm done
I can-
hearing your air-headed arguments. Those are your two options. You tell me which one you choose. And you
I'm gonna
tell
try-
me
How many-
within the next 5 seconds.
I think option
How many people?
one.
How many people are around? Like how many? Like,
Quite a
men
few
do
people,
they
I would
have?
say probably like... I mean, as far as like men that he has, there's Reva who's standing nearby. Dominic has the 2 crew members that seem to be okay. And then there's like 2 or 3 other guys who seem to be somewhat able-bodied who are kind of stepping up to the conversation. Everyone else seems to be like just citizens that are like
They're all,
watching what's
like,
going on,
emaciated,
and they're all
aren't
like
they?
exactly, and even the ones
But-
who are in the best shape are not in the best shape.
I was gonna say, like, I almost killed a person without trying to. And I thought he had way more hit points than he did, which
Yeah.
is the reason why I was like, yeah, don't do like lethal damage to this guy.
Listen,
alright.
I don't know if
I-
you guys are in much of a position to bargain as you think you are, and we're here to help, and we're gonna help you whether you fucking like it or not.
I can make other arrangements for us to sleep. We can sleep outside of your tent if you would like. But
I'm sorry, I'm
sleeping
not
my
clear on which of the 2 options you're choosing.
I think we're gonna choose option one. We're gonna stay the night. We're gonna all be we have a long night's sleep. Think about it. Tomorrow I'll summon 45 pounds of bland food for everybody, and then we'll kind of get our act together and figure out what's going on and just kind of be out of your hair.
When
Well,
the
now, hang on a
sun
minute about that
when the
food.
sun breaks the horizon on the ocean, I expect you to walk out into that storm.
So you're saying you don't want to feed all the people around here who look wildly emaciated after his offer?
He looks to Reva, and he nods to her, and then he walks away with his helping his son walk away with him.
Oh, does
I'm
that mean
gonna
you're
say,
in charge now?
I'm gonna yell, maybe your son was right about your leadership.
Okay.
I no longer.
I think they like us here.
I have like contributed all that much to this fucking up anymore.
I just want him to believe that like people are upset with him. Like how else would we know that people were upset with him
Thank
as
you
a leader?
so much for taking a burden of communication.
I think Avra that is a very logical argument that was not presented to him.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
I go over and I go over to Ray. Hey Ray, how you doing? I just know that I don't blame you for that, but I just wanted to
Farrah's
see how
the
you.
worst, man.
I just want to see how you're doing.
Ray, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Am I wrong though?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
yes,
yeah,
you
You're
are.
not wrong about what you think. You are wrong about what you did.
Yeah,
You shouldn't have slit their throats. I think.
we had it kind of under control a little bit.
At this point, Captain Reva,
Did we though?
the other 2 crew members, and then 2 other men that you don't really know, kind of like step up to you all, and Reva gestures outside of the Grand Sea Hall with her head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Does Re-
So you're in charge now? He just abdicated control? Is that what that is?
I just leave.
Does
I
Reva
just,
look
like,
like
walk
intimidated?
out.
She's a large Goliath woman.
Oh yeah.
She
You guys,
looks
I can-
to be malnourished for a Goliath woman, but she's bigger than you.
Right.
I can make a hut for us to stay in. At the very least, we can get out of their hair for the night and figure out how to handle this better.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
mean,
idea.
The plan always was to go tomorrow and deal with whatever's causing this storm.
Yeah.
I just hope that we were going to be able to get Hullix and Reva out of harm's way.
I hope so too.
I apologize for not communicating as well as I think we got caught up way too fast, and
I think we need to maybe take our time to make a plan a little bit more next time.
Yeah, that was kind of a hot mess.
I'm gonna put my hand on Reva's shoulder. If she'll let me. What happens when I do that?
climb up there.
She lets out a low growl.
Reva, just promise me that you'll watch Pollux' back.
I'll make sure he's safe from the likes of you.
That's a real shame. Oh, well.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Just with whatever the most earnest way that I can.
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
Like,
I
you're
get
making
it.
a mistake.
Yeah.
I think we've warned
Do
them.
you
and
all
now-
leave the Grand Sea Hall?
I'm
Yeah,
still
I'll go get my stuff.
Elburn,
Yeah.
you're still standing there?
I'm still standing there, like waiting for her to answer my question.
She looks at you and nods again towards the outside.
That's not an answer. What do you think? We're just all gonna let this lie where there's a
She
death threat that's
she
floated?
unsheaths her longsword.
Okay, fine. I unsheath
I-
mine. I'm like, cool.
I
we
grab
can have a
Albert.
dick
I'm
measuring
like, all right,
contest.
Albert.
I'm gonna
I'll
grab
pull
Albert,
him
too.
out, yeah.
We'll
We can
drag
have a
him
dick
out.
measuring contest here, but this
Okay,
time it's all right.
Atticus, make an athletics check with advantage. Elburn, make an athletics check.
He's probably gonna beat me.
I'll go 18 and 19.
I don't feel so
22.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, the three of you are able to grapple Elburn and start dragging him out of the Grand Sea Hall.
You can't help somebody that doesn't
No.
want to be helped, Elburn.
Too
Just like
bad
we
you're
tried to
not
help
getting
you.
that feast in the morning as I get pulled out.
As soon as we were out, I would go as far away
I
from
wouldn't
their.
say it's a piece.
I would go as far away from their little like town that they've established. You said
Uh-huh.
that it's kind of in one pocket, and then there's some other area, right?
Uh,
on the beach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'd go as far away from there as I could and start casting Tiny Hut.
Yeah, about like 500 feet away-ish.
Yep.
I walk up to Atticus, and I like after
Oh, you don't have to
putting
walk
my
up to me.
sword
I got
away.
my arm over your shoulder.
Okay,
I'm right next to you.
Great. I'm like, while your arm's there, I'm like trying to get my sword back in. But then I turn to you and I go, okay, like, he said it very quick. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. As far as I know, there was a plot to kill Captain Hullix between his son and Dominic, and that's all I heard, and I had to go warn Hullix.
I'm not gonna lie, that seems far-fetched. Why would his son try to kill him?
Because I believe the people that told me that.
Who told you?
Avra and Rev and Avra. And
Yeah,
Rev.
Atticus told me, who told Captain,
What the-
and then who told Abra, who told Rev.
I don't know what a telephone is, but
But that's
So
what
I'm
happened.
So is
I'm gonna
Hullix
step-
actually in danger?
I'm gonna step
Probably.
in.
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna be like, all right, here's what happened, you motherfuckers.
Finally.
Okay, straight from the
Here's
source.
what happened. When we first got here, and I'm like pretty mad
Yeah.
and disappointed, and like I think I ruined this little family that I have.
Oh.
But I'm like, when we first got here, after we first met Captain Holix, Dominic pulled me aside and said that he was meeting with some people later tonight, or I guess now, and he asked if I wanted to meet him, and I said, sure, I want to know more what's going on, like, obviously. So I met him at sundown, and he and Dorvo and
His just
Reba?
like his like two crew members. No,
Yeah,
no, Reba was not a part of
and two randos
it.
told me that they were plotting to kill Pollux because of all of the anger that the people are feeling towards him and that he's a horrible leader. And if you think about it, like he has been here since the beginning. He might be responsible. He might know what's going on. He might
Well,
be
he came here with a group of people. He wasn't the only one here.
Yeah, but like he is the one that's like keeping everybody here. He doesn't want anyone to leave. He tries to dissuade them from finding a solution.
I think he's
Like-
trying to do that just because he's seen so many of his people die.
They can't. Like I
Or-
just died.
I saw Elburn just died like 2 hours ago. Trying to leave this place.
Or I'm just saying it's worth investigating. But
For sure.
I was
I don't think he
offered-
deserves to die.
I was offered to be a part of the hit team for that. I wanted to bring you guys in. He said, either you say yes now or I kill you. And so I tried to tell Avra so that I could have some insurance policy. And then I got like found out and
So Dominic tried to pin it on us before we could pin it on him.
yeah,
basically.
and so what that was him making it look like we were plotting and we weren't, and so I thought if I could shut the fuck them up and then get Hulk so we could get Hulk's nose, then but then here I am, and I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really sorry.
I'm just gonna look Ray in the eyes and say, you did the right thing, and you can trust us. You just need to think before you start slicing throats.
I've
I'm
never
rolling.
had to.
Can I roll an insight to see if?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'd like that
believe her?
too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got
I
a
believe
17.
Rev, go ahead.
I corroborate all like the parts of that I.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay, then
Rev
I'll
lets you know.
roll.
Rev lets you know that he was perched like Batman,
I'm gonna
watching
roll
the
with
whole
advantage,
conversation.
I feel like the dice need to decide for Elbert.
The Dark Knight.
I legitimately rolled the exact same thing twice,
Nice.
so I got a 6.
6. What'd you get, Kelpie?
17.
17. Elburn, she seems like she's telling the truth. Ray, I'll let you decide what Kelpie gets with the 16.
Well, I have low charisma, so I really am bad at lying. So I think what she sees
Yeah.
is
You just see genuine, like, I thought I was doing the right thing, like,
Mhm.
this felt right to me, like, someone was gonna die, and so I tried to kill the bad guys before they could kill the good guy, and, like, just
And
a,
also, we're stuck on this island, which means we're not finding.
I just want to clarify, and just because it's been 2 weeks, this is not an island. It is the edge of a continent.
Right.
Just wanted to
Well,
clarify. You are on a beach, though. Like, it's very
Yeah.
island-esque. It's just not
First-
an island by itself.
Oh, we were stuck on an island though, in that one shot. Okay,
Exactly.
that's-
Yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
we were on an island.
No worries. I just wanted to clarify.
That was the first time I was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, okay, so we're stuck on this. We're stuck on this
Beach.
fucking coast or beach or what the fuck ever, and we're not doing anything to get like anywhere. And I know it has only been a few hours, but I have.
Do whatever they can.
It feels like it's been 3 weeks.
Actually.
He seems really worked up, and from like believing her, I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna kind of come over to her and just like hold and squeeze her hand as like
Aw.
hey, it's okay,
start
but also like
crying.
calm down a little bit.
I walk
She
up.
starts crying. I'll definitely give her a hug. Just bring it in.
Yeah, but everyone get in for a hug.
No, that's not what I
Casting
wanted.
a spell.
to-
Sorry, I'm
just-
busy.
Listen, Ray, everybody, can I just talk to Ray privately, like over there for like a minute?
No.
I'm gonna pull
No.
Elburn in for the hug.
I break out of the hold. I try to break out of the hold. I'm very.
You can't deny the hug for too long.
You can try if you can't. What do I roll? Athletics to
Oh
bring them in?
gosh, yes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you roll an athletics check. Elburn roll an athletics check as well.
Zach's just waiting for us to go to bed.
7.
Natural 20.
Yeah. You go to pull him in,
Backflip.
and Elburn, like, you don't even, like, Elburn just ducks.
That's all right. Fuck you, Elburn. Just
Close up the circle. Close up the.
There's always a space for you, Elbin.
Elliot appears on Rev's shoulder and looks to you, Elburn, and just flips you off, and then puts his little arms around everybody.
I go, cool, yeah, the gross thing just flipped me off. Ray, I would love to talk to you by yourself here. For a
why do you
minute.
want to talk to Ray alone?
Maybe
What, can you,
I have
what do you want to
something
say to Ray that you can't say in front of all of us who have saved your life multiple times?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that I need to share with her right now, and maybe with you guys in a minute.
If you're gonna tell us in a minute, why don't you just tell us right now?
Yep.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because maybe telling people things is a process that I'm going through. And I'm sorry that you as a 12-year-old don't understand that.
Yeah, pretty logical.
Watch it.
That's
I got
gonna.
woken up. I
To be honest-
had a life-changing experience just now. I get woken up, slap the drunk out of me. All of a sudden, people are getting their throats slit. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Hold on.
Maybe one
Life-changing
thing that I have bearing on.
experience?
I have
You
one
walked
thing.
into a storm yourself.
It was a life-ending experience.
He went on a walkabout.
That classifies as a life-changing experience.
I just don't trust you alone. Last time you were with her, you tried to whip her into submission. Like,
No, that was not her.
you used the whip to pull Ray out of there, didn't you?
You mean in the room?
Yeah.
I tried to pull her to the ground.
You're
Right.
a little too quick to use
With
the
a
whip.
whip.
She
Then you-
sliced
You know what?
the
I
bird-
think we should let Ray decide if she wants to talk to Elvin.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why we're speaking. for her.
We all turn our heads to Ray.
Oh god. Elvin, you can talk to me privately, but whatever you say, just know that I will share it with the group monthly. So if that changes your mind.
No, come on.
I'll go with them.
Okay.
Guys, it's okay.
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 I'll definitely keep an eye on it, but I
Yeah.
won't give them their space.
I-
But I will keep visual on.
I take off my jacket of accoutrement and just like throw it into the sand, so I'm completely unarmed. Other than obviously I can fight, but like
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pick up his jacket and get the sand off there, my shoulder.
I'm gonna stand exactly 20 feet away from your conversation.
I'm gonna send Gidget to follow.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, guys, I get it, I understand. Give me a little leeway.
Okay, 30.
You gotta earn trust, my friend.
30 feet. I'm gonna go inspect the hut that Abra built. I'm giving them their space.
Oh yeah, am I done?
Is that
It's been
okay?
Yeah,
11
yeah,
minutes.
sure.
Sure.
Dax is like, go the
That's a
fuck to
DM
sleep.
who's done.
It was a 10-minute embrace.
It's like what it looks like is it looks like basically just like a shimmering like dome that's placed onto the sand itself. You can choose the color that you want it to appear.
Ooh. I want to make it kind of gray so that it doesn't stand out too horribly against the storm.
Yeah. So you basically just see a gray dome, opaque.
Do I get to choose the inside at all?
No.
Okay.
Purple. Oh.
I
It's
just
just-
wanted
it's
to make
lit.
sure
You
there was
can make
a
it lit.
specially curated spot for each person.
No, it's not like that. It's just a dome. You can make it warm inside, and you can make it well lit inside. But
I'll do those things.
yeah.
Right.
Elburn and Ray. Yeah.
And I definitely move far enough away that I can see everything if they're trying to send people over. If I see Gidget, I'm gonna like kick sand at Gidget.
Are you sending Gidget over?
Yeah.
All right, make a stealth check for Gidget.
Oh, gotta look up
Gonna be
Gidget
glow?
stats.
He's gonna make a stealth check.
What is it, Gidget? What
He's
is
a
it?
rat.
A rat, that's right.
He doesn't glow. He's slightly ethereal looking.
And
I
Oh, I
guess
thought it was like white, like glowed like white or something.
No, he doesn't like give off light. It's like just for flavor when I talk about how he looks, because he's a fey creature.
Translucent blade.
He's technically a mouse, but I have to use rat stats because they don't have.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
he
fine.
got a 7.
7. Yeah, you notice Gidget making his way through the sand over to you.
I look over at Gidget and then yell very loudly, "Guys, I've literally never done this in my life.
I've never won a
Give
one-on-one.
me a moment."
I am like
I
following
throw,
with
I
that.
throw my hands up like this, like so from a distance, really.
Abra, what do you do with Gidget?
I put my binoculars down.
I tell Gidget to like stop where he is, but to not come back.
Gidget is covered in sand, and
That's
you
fine.
cannot see or hear anything with Gidget.
Okay, then he can come back.
He
Poor guy.
he unburies himself in sand and makes his way back to you.
All right.
Brush him off.
This conversation is now in private.
Ray, I get it. You did exactly what you thought you had to do. You believed that it was the right decision, and that sometimes leads to very impetuous and maybe rash decisions. I have done a lot of that over my very extensive life. It has cost me a lot. The fact that I'm even having this conversation is not something I would have done even like a month ago when I was bumming around Erubrion and hunting and seeing sights, as we'll call it. I get it's hard to attach to a group and understand the dynamic and how people operate. I'm not an expert at it. I'm not. But after seeing my literal life taken from me from my own impetuous decision to try and forge ahead by myself to solve something that needs a resolution after a really long time, you just can't do that. You can't, because it's gonna get people killed either by your hand or by what you create. And that's going to mean harm for all of us. I mean, if we hadn't gotten a chance to breathe in there, I don't know, I could have died again. I didn't know what was going on, and I was rushing towards helping stop you from killing his son. His son would have been dead. That other guy, what was his name? Dominic, Riva, their names are all similar. They would have been dead. That Goliath woman, though emaciated, probably could have snapped Kelpie in half. Like, I get where you're coming from. And then I lean in real close, and I go, and we're going to do something about it if you want to. But if they die, they die. It's no longer our concern if he doesn't want our help. I'll be with you if you want to help, but if he doesn't want it, and after tonight I understand why not, then we leave it lie and we figure out how to get out of here. You do have friends and family here, but you gotta be smarter than that. You gotta keep your cool.
Never really, obviously, been part of a group before, but it kind of feels a lot better than being alone.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think really I just would rather get out of here than worry about things I don't have to worry about. So I would rather, I guess, put energy to helping us all get out than kill anyone or go against anyone.
I think so too. Whatever happens after we leave is not our choice. We keep track of our people, Captain Ace, the other people whose names I've forgotten in this moment.
You really should keep like a journal.
Listen, when you've lived, and I stopped for a second realizing that though I've been very open, I'm not going to reveal that much more.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around the block. I know I should. Listen, just, if you ever want to take out aggression, maybe we can, spar it out, practice some of it, maybe, so that next time, if, someone gets you in a hold, you can get a good elbow on them, not that whiff shit that you did the last time. That was horrible for him. Horrible.
Yeah, you told me. You told me that.
I know, but like,
You don't need to keep bringing it up.
I'm usually never this open, so
Yeah.
like,
No, I kind of like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I like punch him on the shoulder as like how was that?
I immediately, because I'm still like exhausted from death, when that happens, just go, and I go, oh, and I just hold out a knuck.
Ah, nice.
They just fist bump. They just fist bump.
What was that?
Write that down.
And,
Write that down.
and then I'm just gonna be like, you know, you're all right, and it's good to have someone who kind of gets me.
The
But,
feeling
uh,
is mutual.
But I think maybe in order to maintain that this isn't as important of a conversation as I think the rest of them might be, we should probably wrap it up then.
Yep, and I immediately walk away. Not even a beat, just like a, and fuck off right back towards the hut.
Here's the thing. I might watch him walk away,
And you do so.
and then I might follow behind.
Yeah, you might.
So you all find yourselves. You all
Neck, back, back.
you all find yourselves in the warm, dimly lit hut that Avra magically created. Elburn, yet again, surprised at your lack of visceral reaction to being safe havened in such a way. And as you all find yourself listening to the raging storm outside, a moment of silence finally reaching you, a loud crack of thunder, followed by a big flash of lightning, and then you swear, in the distance, you hear a deep, rumbling voice. And that is where we will take a little intermission bio break.
What?
And
Nice.
Fuck!
I hear that every night. Nobody hears that every night.
so we will be right back. Get yourselves some liquids in you, and get a stretch going, and we'll be right back.
Liquids outta ya.
So stay tuned
Oh, yeah.
for the rest of Charmed Persons. Hello. Welcome back to Charmed Persons. I hope that you hydrated. I hope that you stretched. I hope that you stuffed your face. Some of us are going to continue to. I hope that there's a side conversation so that I may eat as well. We left
got your
off
back.
the party, ending the night after a long day,
Long.
and
I feel like best case scenario, because nobody died.
and finding themselves
That's not
asleep.
actually not
That's
true.
not actually true.
Finding themselves asleep in Avra's hut, while the storm raged on and a distant sound filled their ears. You guys know the nature of Avra's spell. You feel there is no need for you to take any watches.
Have we seen this spell before, or is this the first time we said it?
This is the first time I've done this spell.
This is cozy.
Y'all are
I love
just
it.
This is really impressive.
Thank you.
Like, wow.
If we do
I
this
worked
in the
really hard to
future-
learn this one.
If we do this in the future, I'm gonna have to call Drigo a couple times before we go to sleep. So just turn your ears off, but it'll be quick.
Do we need any like paper towels or anything?
Huh?
You
What?
gonna make a mess?
No. No.
This is the
It's-
most impressive thing since Pharaoh's Jesus walk that he did to bring a couple people.
Oh my gosh,
That was
that means
pretty
so
cool.
much, Atticus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you guys find yourselves asleep. You wake up the next day. Nothing has seemingly happened. The sun is beginning to crest over the horizon of the ocean in the distance. I need everyone to make a perception check.
Um,
Buddy.
I was gonna say that I was gonna, since I'm trancing, wake up a little bit early.
Okay,
before
well
the sunrise.
then, in that case, hold on to your rolls,
Everybody.
everybody.
Hold your roll.
And you make one yourself, Pharaoh.
All right, yeah. My plan was to transfer 4 hours and go up before it's still nighttime, early in the morning. I got a 25%.
Yeah. 5?
25.
That's a little bit different than 5.
Yep. Yep.
As you are there in the early morning of the hours, you can see in the distance on the ocean, even through the storm, that the inklings of day are in the near future. That kind of moment where it's like you can't even really almost tell a difference, but it's like you can. It's almost as if your actual eye can see it better than your brain can interpret it, if that makes sense. And in those wee hours of the morning, you see 3 figures leave the Grand Sea Hall and begin to head away from the Grand Sea Hall and out towards the jungle/storm.
Do I see who they are?
You can't from this distance, no.
I'm sure they're fine.
Good God. Jesus.
I'm not great at like stealthing behind them.
No.
And they seemed kind of mad at our party last time. At least those.
Hey, whatever you think Pharaoh would do, man.
I would like jog over to them like, hey, I saw you guys are going out.
Oh my God.
As you leave the hut and start to jog off after these figures, you make a very clear clanking noise, even through the storm. It can be heard, and you see them all kind of like turn over their shoulders. Make a perception check.
24.
24. You see that one of the figures standing in front with a bandage wrapped around his neck is Dominic. And the other 2 figures are the randos, as Ray put them. And they see you, and they kind of stop. And then they like turn and face you and kind of stand still.
Hey, just wanted to say sorry about what happened back there. No hard feelings. We're just, yeah, I was actually about to go ahead and create some food for the camp, so you guys are welcome to have some. It'll be there for 24 hours.
He kind of talks in like a whispering tone because of the damage to his throat. I appreciate the offer. I think we're about to head out ourselves.
Okay. Yep. Just a word of warning: don't go out because lightning will probably kill you.
Guess we're gonna have to try our best, huh?
You're just gonna walk out there?
Make a perception check.
24. I'm rolling hot on perception checks.
Wow, you are. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, yeah. You easily notice that the 2 crew members who aren't Dominic are just very slowly starting to surround you.
All right. Well, I didn't want to keep you guys. Go for it. Just wanted to say it's there. Have a nice night. Sorry about your neck. Makes you seem pretty cool though. Gotta admit. So maybe it's all worked out for the best. All right. See ya.
Make a...
I turn and walk away.
Make, huh. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna make them roll. I'm gonna make Dominic roll, specifically. Okay. They let you walk away.
All right.
And, you get back to the hut, turn back around, and you don't see them.
All right. I then go to the Grand Sea Hall.
Uh-huh.
Into like the main area.
Okay,
and cast the spell Create Food and Water, which creates 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water. And so I create like 45 pounds of like communion wafers and a bunch of grape juice. Because it says the food is bland but nourishing.
Okay. Amazing.
And I write a little sign say, "Eat it up within a day."
Well-
Love, Pharaoh.
Well, first of all, as you walk into the Grand Sea Hall,
Okay.
Riva kind of is standing there at the doorway, and she is like definitely guarding the doorway. And she looks at you and like steps forward, but you can see that she's confused. And she looks back behind her, and you see Captain Hullix currently tying Dorvo to one of the inner pillars of the Grand Sea Hall. And Captain Hullix like turns and looks over.
Hey, looks like you're in the middle of something. Don't want to impose at all. I can actually, the spell create food and water is an action, and I can cast it within 30 feet. So I'm just gonna cast it like 30 feet away on a table. Great 45 pounds of community wafers.
And then you're just gonna run away?
And I'm like, well,
Well,
it's your
hold
sign.
on. If you don't just run away, Captain Hullix looks over at you and he says, "Come over here, love."
Okay, yep, I just created that food over there, so that's yours I walk over.
He looks over at the food. His eyes kind of widen. And you see that it's not much, probably because of how dehydrated he is. But his eyes begin to well slightly. And he looks over to you. My son confessed. He said the moment that woman attacked him, he felt his life flash before him. And he regretted his decisions. So he was man enough, and he looks over to his son, who you can see has taken a few hits and is a little bit bloodier than the last time you saw him. And he's just kind of looking down at the ground. Was man enough to confess. You can tell your party they're welcome to stay here as long as they want, and they have my sincerest apologies.
First of all, I appreciate that. Second of all, I'm sorry you have to go through this, but I don't want to impose. I mean, you're his father. You can do what you want, but I don't think he deserves death for this. He was a young kid acting rashly. I think he's in a tough situation. Everybody is. People are trying to get help, so I think he's learned his lesson. I think he's a good kid.
You're a good man, Elf.
Thank you, then. I appreciate that. I try to be a good guy. It's crazy. It's hard. Sometimes it's not. Just a little, the road of life. We all travel down it.
Right, well, I'm gonna get back to...
The food is bland but nourishing. So just...
It's better than anything we've seen in ages, thank you. It's more than we deserve.
Alright. We're all camping outside, so...
Feel free to bring them in.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you soon.
Right. And he turns back to his son.
Alright, see you, Riva. See you soon. Walk out, back to the hut.
Alright. Make another perception check for me.
$23.
Damn. After about an hour and a half, the sun is just now beginning to rise. You see, in the distance, a little further away from where you left them, 3 bodies hurl themselves from the storm back into the camp.
They look dead, unconscious.
They look pretty unmoving.
Is it how far away are they compared to the hut?
To where you are?
Yeah.
Like 400 feet?
I dash there. I use my boots of feline agility.
Okay. Those get you. That'll get you 90 in one turn, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then actually my speed is 35, so I'm just gonna dash for 70 feet around.
Okay,
before I
yeah.
get there.
You get there within. I mean, like within like 24 seconds or something like that.
Is it Dominic? Those two guys?
Sure is. They seem to be singed, slightly smoking.
Can I tell if they're dead or
Yeah.
unconscious?
Make a medicine check.
14.
They don't seem to be breathing, and you don't feel any pulse.
Does it seem like they've been dead for a minute? No.
With that medicine check, it seems like they've been dead for a little bit longer than a minute.
Okay. There's a part of me that is incredibly grateful for that, so I don't have to make the decision. I just leave them there for now.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I'll cast Spare the Dying, even though I know it's futile, and then go back to the hut.
Yeah, you just kind of nothing really happens. Yeah. You go back to the hut. 45 minutes to an hour later, everybody else wakes up. You see Pharaoh there smiling, looking at all of you. And I'll make them roll perception checks if they want to see it, unless you tell them about it.
I tell them everything.
Yeah. So you guys see the 3 bodies in the distance, and he also tells you about the conversation with. Yeah.
You're free to go to the Grand Sea Hall now. Yeah, Doru, he
Dorvo.
admitted the truth.
See?
Dorvo. He admitted it, and the father is punishing him, but he realized that we were telling the truth, so.
Did you give him food?
Yep, 45 pounds of it. All
Wow.
stacked on a table.
Then I think they're all set. I'm fine out here.
You didn't do anything for the 3 bodies, right?
No, I left them there. Unfortunately, they're beyond my capabilities. And
Good. I wouldn't want you to overextend your abilities before you even left.
Should,
So
but
that's
should
good.
we tell somebody about the we're just gonna
No.
leave the bodies there?
No. That's so
We
funny.
should,
No.
we
We
should
didn't
tell
do
them.
anything.
I
We
mean,
didn't do anything.
you know, Dominic
We
was
should
trying to
tell them.
kill, but I mean, that doesn't mean
They should get a proper.
Yeah.
They should
Why?
get a proper send off.
I think
Everybody
maybe
deserves one.
we should also go just to tell them that, we're off to see what we can do today. Maybe they have
Sure.
something that will help us. They don't really have anything.
I think if they had anything that would help us,
mean-
they would have used it.
yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
I'm
But
kind
they
of
don't know
offended.
about giants and stuff.
I'm kind of offended that Dominic and those 2 randos would just walk in after I explicitly warned them about the lightning.
Mm.
Either they thought I was lying, which is hurtful to me.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe they didn't have a choice.
I wager it was that or die there.
Dorvo, yeah, Dorvo.
Probably
confessed.
Hollis gave them the ultimatum.
He loves ultimatums, that Hollis.
They probably gave them the same they gave us. If we either leave or
Yeah,
You know,
Not.
that does seem to be his go-to.
yeah.
I'm side of the thing, but
Glad we didn't have to just leave like that. We need a plan first.
Should we talk about our plan? Speaking of,
Yes.
if you have one, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I don't have a plan.
okay. So here's what we discovered. Where's my book? Here.
Oh.
I'm in full metal armor walking to a lightning storm. I don't really have a chance.
Yeah, same.
And Captain Ace and and Tommy and everybody, and Ricard's still alive, right?
Yep.
And Gila. Those
Yep.
are all in our little bubble with us, yes?
No, they're in the Grand Sea Hall stuff.
Oh, I thought everybody of the party that got kicked out included them, but I guess not.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
So what we know is that this is being
Which is actually a little. You're the first one to talk about that. I actually just want to make note of that. That's a little weird.
You go check in
Oh God.
with your dad.
Help me.
Yeah, we should.
real quick, just to make sure maybe they're still alive. I don't know.
You're
I just
right.
had this weird
Get-
feeling.
I mean,
all
I
of a
was
sudden.
talking to my dad last night, and they were okay. He was okay.
Was that post? Was that pre or post us slitting the throat of the?
Well, of course it was
leader?
pre. Pretty
Maybe
much
we just
that
go get some
happened when we were, like,
breakfast.
going to sleep.
Quick pop
That's
in.
probably a good idea.
Yeah.
What food did you prepare? Something good, Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of my favorite treats from when I was younger.
It's a treat.
Ooh,
Is
I'm-
it sweet?
I'm
Is it
Atticus
fruity?
licking his lips.
It's actually well, the drink is unsweetened.
Oh.
Grape juice, but it's unsweetened. They
I mean,
took the
grapes are
sweeteners
pretty
out.
sweet in themselves.
I
Just-
just,
Just
grape juice,
bitter.
normal
you
grape.
took it out?
He
Normal
boiled the
grape juice is
sugar
too
out of
sweet.
the grape juice.
Yeah, I always had my mom boil it out. So
100% bitterness.
Boil it out.
I don't think I went that
It's basically just like making a drink out of, I don't know, sour gummy worms and then drinking it.
I could go hunt a little bit.
you guys don't need to hunt. We have. I'm telling you, there's no
I
need
don't
to
know
hunt.
what we would
go
really
hunt,
hunt for.
but
Yeah, I
Can
think
I
everything's
insight
hunted.
check Pharaoh? See if I believe him.
See if you believe him what?
That it's the best thing he's ever had, because he's talking it up a little bit too much.
No, yeah, that's the best thing he's ever had. There's
No
no
insight
inside check needed to be
You're
right.
right.
Well, let's go check in on make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're probably.
Pharaoh is a
people
man of
gathered
simple
around.
tastes. He has a lot of nostalgia around those wafers.
As
okay.
we're walking to the ship, though, I would
Yes.
want to say something to Ava, but in halfling. So I'd like pull
Okay.
her to the back of the group.
Yeah, sure.
In halfling, as we're going to like have breakfast and check in on the druid, I'd say, Ava, I was talking to my dad last night, and I was kind of telling him everything, and he wasn't exactly happy with me going and fighting a possible giant, and he didn't like say you can't go, but I kind of got the sense that he wanted to say that, so that might come up when we go and talk to them.
How do you feel?
I mean, I want to go with you guys because I want to be able to like protect you and help, and you know, stuff like that. And I would feel bad if something happened to you guys and I just like sat here. But you know, he's also my dad, and I feel like I don't know. I don't want to make him angry or sad or upset either.
Like, as much as I definitely want you to come with us, I don't feel like I can argue against your dad to put you in danger. So I think you're gonna have to make that decision.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
no, that's okay.
but I'll be there.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna eat and then I'll figure things out. I can think better if I've eaten.
Let me know.
Okay.
All right, so you all walk into the Grand Sea Hall. You see a tied-up Dorvo in the very back of the Grand Sea Hall. You see a bunch of people laughing and enjoying some very bland wafers. However, you don't know that they're very bland because, from what you can tell, these people are so satisfied and are thoroughly enjoying their experience. It's the best thing that they've had in months.
I love what I do.
I'm not going to follow that up with anything.
Captain Ace approaches all of you as you enter and says, "Good morning. I do apologize for my hesitance last evening. However, I hope you can understand where I was coming from. I'm glad to know that my gut was truly... I should have listened to my gut. And, anyway, glad you're still here."
We understand.
Appreciate some backup next time.
Yep.
I deserve that. Now,
breakfast?
yeah, let's share a meal.
Everybody's good. Everybody slept well last night. Still waking up this morning.
Yeah, and as she says that, or they say that, you see that Tommy steps out and comes over to Kelpie, picks you up, gives you a big squeeze, puts you back down. Oh man, I slept like a log last night. I heard that some crazy stuff went down.
It didn't wake you up?
Nope, I was.
You were like right over there, and there.
Yeah, I'm really good at sleeping. Yeah, really good at it.
Good trait to have. I don't sleep personally.
Pharaoh, I don't think that we're in this conversation.
Oh.
No, I mean, good
Boy,
morning
my
to you.
bad.
No, yeah, Pharaoh, I'm glad
Have you
that
had
you don't.
Have you had some of the wafers yet?
Oh yeah. Oh
I heard
yeah.
they're good.
So did you
I
sleep
want to
well?
be casting
I
Find
don't-
Steed during this time. Just a heads up. 10 minutes, Find Steed. And go
Okay, yeah, easily enough. Gustav appears within the Grand Sea Hall. He jumps up, both of his huge paws draping over your shoulder, and he starts licking your face. Tommy looks at you, Kelpie. So did you sleep all right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
See, I just made a little like divot in the sand, and then you could, if you like, you can basically make anything out of sand. So I just like made a little hole and like a little pillow, and kind of like half buried myself, and it was pretty warm.
You know how to take care of yourself, don't you?
Mhm.
All right. Well, here, let's get you some breakfast, huh?
Yeah, I guess Pharaoh says it's pretty good, so I'm interested to try it. Though I'm kind of concerned
Uh,
about the
he
juice.
he leans down and he says, "It's not good.
What did you say?
It's not good at all."
Oh.
What?
What did you say?
I'm talking to my daughter.
You're right. That's fine.
You're right.
Man. I'm over at the wafer table talking to people like, this is my mother's recipe.
They're literally so happy to hear about it. All of them, like
You
all
like
of them are so. Yeah, it's amazing. It's so good.
I'll walk over and take a
I'll
wafer.
bring out my herbalism kit and like any spare like nuts or like dried fruit that I might have in my bag, and
Yeah,
I'll show my
you're
dad and
able
be
to
like,
definitely make it a
"Maybe we
little
can
bit more.
spice it up."
Yeah, you're able to make it. You're able to give it a little zhuzh. Make it a little bit more appeasing.
I'm kind of offended, but I don't think.
The rest of you who have just the wafers straight up, it tastes like you're eating Wonder Bread, but without the wonder.
I'm watching everyone's reactions
The
intensely.
bread?
Like it expired, like a loaf of Wonder Bread that is a week after its expiration date, but it's never been opened, so there's no mold on it. It's just now kind of like crispy on the edges.
Atticus is genuinely happily eating very just very happily. Like, I really appreciate this, Pharaoh.
Yeah. I'm beaming with pride.
Elvin, for
It
sure,
is
think if
very. You do notice that you eat like one slice of bread, Atticus, and it feels like you just had like a Thanksgiving meal.
I feel nourished, but I look over at Pharaoh and I go, and I just walk away.
What? I run after. What? You didn't like it? What was that? You have to be more specific. What did you like about
I'm
it?
like,
Salty?
I can't talk because it's like gummy as fuck in my mouth. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's definitely if you don't drink it down with some of that sour juice, you're
go ahead and take
you're
it.
chewing for a hot second.
The grape
I
juice
take a
wasn't
sip
sweet.
and I just like give him one more. And just walk away from him again.
My life goal is to make food that Elbrin likes. You know?
I'm gonna take an empty bottle and get some of the juice. I don't know, the last 24 hours. I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Yeah, sure. Totally.
Save some for later.
Yeah.
Technically, the water is clean and doesn't go bad. It's also supposed to be water, and
So it's
No,
not
it's
grape
fine.
juice, or
It's-
it is grape juice?
It is water. Like it has it's H2O. It has the property of water, but he's just able to make it taste like the sour grape juice that he has.
Purple water.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Purple water. Purple
Like
flavored
if
water.
any of you ever played
Tastes
sports
like
as a
anything.
kid, you know what they had? What's called sports drink.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It tastes like it was delivered on the same truck as some flavoring, but doesn't taste as if it was flavored itself.
Is it
Osmosis.
LaCroix?
Yeah,
I was literally like, oh, LaCroix.
yeah.
I'm gonna see all their reactions to this, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just reiterate, just real quick, like, hey y'all, I'm gonna go hunting. I'm gonna like find us some meat or something. But, no offense, Pharaoh, but kind of. I gotta have. I'm. Bye.
Pharaoh, we gotta have a side dish, right? You can let her go get the side dish.
Okay, yeah, sure. yeah, definitely.
So you step outside of the Grand Sea Hall and do you summon Tiny?
Oh yeah, no.
No. Okay. So where are you hunt? What are you hunting for?
Well, we found that little crab. So
Yeah.
I think we'll probably just see if I can, like, ranger style some, tracking of maybe some little scuttlers, or if that's...
Yeah, I'll say Click Clack did let you know that he was one of very few, if not the only crabs left on this beach. And the storms make the ocean pretty rough. But you're a ranger. You're used to finding some food for yourself. So you spend maybe a little bit longer than you were expecting, about 30 minutes. But at the edge of where the shore meets the sand, you find clustered up next to some rocks, not getting hit by the waves as hard, a cluster of large clam-like creatures. That I mean, they're like, they are clams as I am describing to you as ANG4 but they are like what would be, but they're like called a different name, and they are slightly larger and less of
Fantasy
a
clams.
huh.
Fantasy clams.
You know, it's like, yeah, they're fantasy clams. They're more they're like more sustenance than just like what one clam would be.
So, like, Whole Foods clams.
Yeah, they're just big clams, man.
Roll clams.
I was just trying to describe it in a way that's like they could feed you, you know?
Just big fucking clams. I don't know
They're
how
just
to-
Like-
big fucking clams, man.
Like, are we talking, like, if I get one clam, will it feed, like,
Hey,
one person? or...
hey, guess what? It's a big fucking clam. You know what I'm saying? So
It's a clam, but bigger.
So how big is it though? Like, diameter?
you pick like you got like 3 clams that are like this big, like
Cool.
a clam per person,
Are the shells open?
huh?
Are the
They're
shells
not open. No,
Oh, I gotta fucking...
you gotta.
Are there any pearls? Are there?
They're not open, bitch. sorry.
Amazing.
I missed that. Give him fucking...
So you carry in your satchel back these 3 large clams, big clams. I'm
What do you have in your bag?
I got...
I find these clams so funny.
I got some big ass clams.
Oh, cool. Can I see? Can I roll a nature check on them to see what kind of
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
I would like to as well.
You
Make sure
can't.
they won't kill anyone.
You can't.
Okay.
That's a
Fall on
14.
Albert.
You never lived near the ocean. What?
Man, those are some big
14.
clams.
On the
14?
nature check? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me look up. Hold on.
Let me look up big clams.
Let me look this up real quick.
Hey Ray, if you had one sentence to describe these clams, what would it be?
I'm gonna start a fire and cook these.
Well, shouldn't we know if they're like evil or not? Like they might try and kill us.
Yeah.
Listen,
Evil clams.
we'll know once we put them in the fire.
I cast
I'll-
legend
I can-
lore on the clams.
Detect good and evil on the clams.
Hold on just a
Can I
second.
do it? Can I do pop a quick divine sense on these clams?
Pop and quit.
Detect magic.
I do channel divinity, destroy undead.
These clams are Pildor. I know it. I know these clams are Pildor.
What if they are though? Like, what if Zach's looking up?
They open up and
Polymorph.
have fucking teeth. And they try to
Unreal.
bite anyone who eats them.
Just a little mini Pildor and one of the clams.
He actually all
Spinos.
formed together into Pildor.
Okay,
Voltron.
I just put in the Discord what kind of clam they are.
Oh man. Big clam.
Ian said clams.
Oh my god.
They're just called big clams.
Why is this happening?
Very surprising.
Oh man.
Actually, they're mollusks, guys.
Oh my
So,
god.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna literally just...
Big
Not to be
clams.
confused with the
Yeah, just so the Twitch
Trident
viewers know, I just sent an image that just said big clams.
Big clams.
Well, I'm cooking them sons of bitches.
All right, so yeah, you got big clams. They feed most of you. Anything anybody else is doing?
I would like to
Do you
do
mind
one.
if I have some of your clam?
God damn it, you guys.
I'm
I
sorry.
think you're the one I want to have.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
question
sorry.
for
Can
Albert.
Elbert, I don't know, maybe I'm overstepping bounds here.
What? What are you?
Nothing.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I like it blush instantly.
Can you not eat clams in front of me?
I'm gonna take one of like my portion, like once I've portioned it
Also,
out.
just so you know, because of all of this, there's no fucking pearls. Not a single pearl in any of the
wasn't ready.
clams.
And for
A
the
pearl
pearl.
of pie.
As a matter of fact, they're not that tasty either.
Yeah, but
We've
we're on a
been
desert
punished.
island, so these are
That's fair, that's
clams
fair.
to me.
Roll
Atticus
for
is still
DM
just as
spite.
happy.
I feel like I just got punished for something that I didn't do. I'm just trying to go over with a piece of whatever I have crafted
Yeah.
and go over to Rev
Yes.
and give him a piece and
Of
say,
your clam.
shut the fuck up.
Rev Ray is bringing you some clam.
And I want to say thanks for having my back last night, and I'm really sorry that I put us in that predicament. But I just wanted to apologize because I know that was a rough time, and
It was crazy, but I don't blame you. I feel like we all kind of got sucked into the gravity of that situation. It was confusing. It happened so fast. This is a great gesture. Thank you so much.
but I really am glad to be on your team.
Thanks.
Hey Rev, you want to wash that clam down with some grape juice?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet this goes really good on cracker. Wafers. What we have here.
Yeah, you can combine our two dinners or breakfasts. I'm just hovering.
I wish
If
I had
every-
waited for the clams.
If everyone's just chilling and has their food, I would be like, okay, guys, let's all sit and eat together and talk about what we're gonna do.
Talk about our plan.
Yeah,
I'm
Yes,
talking
I-
about clams.
Talking about clams and clams.
Yes,
clams
Avery.
and clams.
Abra,
Clams
you
and
seem
clams.
to have a plan.
New name for
Oh,
our
I
group.
don't. But we can figure it out together. So we know that there's a storm giant.
Yeah, we'll figure this out
We-
backwards. Storm giant, bad.
Yeah, storm giant bad.
Clams good.
Clams
Okay,
good.
so Kelpie has a way to get into the storm a little bit, but I think we need to figure out how to use that to actually get through the storm, right?
How we have to go through the storm like multiple days, I think, right?
I don't know how far away
Yeah.
is the mountain that people have seen things on that we assume is the giant or something.
Isn't it like 4 days or something?
I
No.
was gonna say, did I see?
That's to Devos.
The mountain,
I
the
know.
Devis is like 5-ish days away. The mountain that you presumably think the giant is at is within 1,000 feet because that's how Angie was able to sense there.
Okay.
Oh.
That
Can you
makes it
move
easier.
that dome that we were in, Ava, or is that like a stationary thing?
That's a stationary
Just
thing.
roll it down the hill. Oh.
Well, I know from random things that I've learned that wood doesn't let the lightning travel through anything. It just kind of splits. It wouldn't do what it did to me. If there's anything we can salvage, maybe there's some sort of shield we can build that will get us through so that we're at least under cover of something while we're out there.
I
don't know.
do have I'm really good at these carpenter's tools, so I maybe could construct us something.
Good idea.
Are we going
we
through
all
like
have
thick
like our
woods?
own shield or like a really big shield that we all are under.
Maybe we all have our own that joins up into
Well,
like a big
when
shield.
I was out there by myself, I mean, I think I was on the beach more or less, DM.
Yes.
and not.
Mhm.
But yeah, those out in the open. But if we get to trees, it's more likely to hit the trees, but we'll still want that cover. Out in the open, though, I mean, I
Well,
wasn't paying
Not to
attention.
put a damper on your plan, but this is obviously like a magical storm, so it might not follow the same logic as a regular storm.
Hmm.
I mean, it
Yeah, and I
won't-
can only get us like 180 feet before.
You can't move it, or can you move the?
Can't move
central?
it.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if magical lightning would hurt us just the same as if we were like holding metal, as if we were holding wood?
Sure.
Uh, 20, dirty 20.
You're not 100% sure, but what I would say that you feel comfortable feeling is that it's not magically created lighting, it's magically controlled lighting, so you feel like it should have those same properties, most likely, of normal lighting.
All right.
Lighting? Lightning. I said lighting like the first 3 times.
I can,
It's like it's the Truman Show lighting.
Yeah.
That shows up.
Mm-hmm.
I can help me and somebody else get. I can help somebody else get like half damage if they get struck by lightning, but that's.
I'll say half damage is still devastating.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna be struck like multiple times, or probably
Right.
hundreds of times before we make it to the mountain.
Is
Thousands. of times, maybe.
resistance half damage? If you're resistant to
Yes.
something?
Resistance
Yeah.
is half, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that too, but only like 3 times. And that's if I'm not controlling the lightning before that.
As Elburn would say in some way, but I'm going to say as Evan, it was 60 damage for those who remember.
Hot damn.
So just like that's what it would be halved. I got hit with 60 damage.
So I'm not sure if casting resistance to lightning on someone and having extended them out is gonna work. I think even with the resistance, they'll probably die before we get there.
Yeah, probably.
My
If it
bet
just,
is
like,
we should just
outright kills Elvin.
yeah. We could just burrow underground.
That would take days. I don't think that would take months. I don't
That
know.
would it would take months.
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Not a
Not a
bad
lot of
start of an
digging.
idea.
Not a bad idea though.
And
could help
I could
being
create
a
wafers
giant
every day.
hyena. They dig pretty fast. Ooh, I also think I have a spell. I don't have it ready now, but I think I have a way to change earth things.
Kelfie, have you ever seen a badger?
Have I seen a badger, Zach?
Sure.
Yeah,
A
they're
giant,
pretty good diggers.
a giant badger can dig pretty well. We also don't all have to go in the same boat of transportation. Have 2 plans. Do one. If that fails, we have a backup.
Yeah, but if one fails, that means that we die, right? Like
Yeah.
failure is a little bit more
It's not
high stakes.
An
in this
acceptable
one.
outcome.
We're marching
Yeah.
towards death either way.
Let's save our game right now, and then we'll try.
And then run in there. And see what happens.
Save our game.
Took me a second. I was like, huh?
I still propose
we
do something
really
with wood.
ended the day yesterday as though we had a plan.
Yeah.
That went out the window when I died.
The thing
Um,
is, we know a lot. We know a lot about why this is happening. About like what is on the other side of the storm,
We gotta get to that mountain, right? That's
Yeah.
the goal.
and maybe even what's causing it.
But it's just getting to the mountain. That's the problem because of the storm. We
Did
don't have a way
I
to
see-
stop the storm.
Zach, did I try to dispel magic last time? I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I had.
Yeah, you couldn't find like a source.
Uh-huh.
You just kind of touched
When-
the rain and tried, and it didn't work.
When we were flying in, did we see like the edge of the storm, or no? It was just
You
as
did.
far as we could see. How can we gauge like how far is it past the mountain, or is it how like thick is the outside of the storm?
It seems to stop before the mountain.
Just less than 1,000 feet. I mean, I could
I could
misty
get
step
us-
once.
I could get us
I could too.
180 feet forward,
30 feet.
And- and then if we also have shields to protect us after that, then at least that reduces some risk.
And if you're within 10 feet of me, you do get a bonus on your saving throw for dexterity or whatever.
Feels,
So we could just fucking book it.
risky.
If you don't mind,
Ray.
I would like to include myself in this conversation. I'm sorry I couldn't help but listen to
This is
every word you're saying.
Captain
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
You have an idea?
They say
Really, we need help.
they look to Elburn and they say, you said that it had the properties of normal lightning, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if you just attracted the lightning to something that wasn't you?
Oh my god, a lightning rod.
Yeah, I thought that was like the shield that we were.
No,
that's what
there's
they were
there's a thing that people used to use, and a lot of magic users use to channel energy. It's a
I know what
Yeah.
a lightning rod is.
yeah. So
I don't.
theoretically, if we place that into, let's say, something that we could carry that's a shield-like thing.
Yeah.
As long as it's a long metal thing, if we all carry it and are underneath it, all the lightning will be attracted there, be dispelled within the non-conducted. I'm speaking a lot. I'm speaking.
I thought that was a plan. I thought that was the shield plan. I thought that.
Yeah.
No,
That's-
originally, I forgot that you need the lightning rod, or else it won't. It needs to
Alright,
go
well,
through something, or else
so
it
we
will
need
shatter the wood.
We need metal.
We,
We need
Metal?
metal and wood.
I mean, that we probably have that around here, don't we?
What?
What?
Pharaoh, didn't you say that one of those dead bodies had metal armor? Did I miss-
Did I say that?
And
Did they?
when you
Do I
were
remember?
telling us about it?
I think that Pharaoh mentioned the fact that he had metal armor.
Oh, he had metal armor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I, wanna put, I would
misunderstood.
sacrifice my armor if we want to go to the top of the stick. If we need to do that, I would.
Oh no, I'll
happily-
sacrifice my army.
No, please, fair.
Yeah,
Please,
sure.
No, no.
please, let me do it.
I think we can
sword
just-
would also work.
A what?
A sword, any iron
It's a big
sword.
piece of metal, right?
I have this mace
Swords
that I
are-
never use.
More powerful.
You
I
said
have
that
this-
you said that a giant was controlling the storm.
That's what a crab
That's what we
Yeah.
think. It was a 4D.
Have you
Abacus
thought
is
about
tall.
trying to converse with the creature?
We would probably have to get close.
Can you yell that far? Can you?
No, I just don't know what abilities you all have.
What
I could send it a
Okay.
message.
But do you know? Don't you have to know what it is, like
Do we?
specifically?
Is giant a language?
Let's see.
Giant is a language.
What would this
Uh,
Gotta be
giant?
asking, not
Oh,
me.
okay, yeah,
A
'Cause you
creature
don't
to which
know
I'm
what I know.
familiar hears the message in the mind, and it understands it, even though I don't know the language.
Do you have to know the
Am I familiar enough with this supposed giant to send a message to it?
I would say no one's described it to you.
Hey,
Does anyone have a way to understand giants?
Could someone like oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. Could someone like, I don't know, like Elliot get through the storm without being hurt and relay a message?
I mean, maybe. I'm also, like I know that like we've been able to like bring like Gustav back, but like I don't know if Elliot comes back. He seems like different. I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe.
well, what
We
about someone
could
like
ask him.
Gustav?
We could
I mean,
ask
I
him.
could send Gustav in there, but I feel like Gustav once he gets zapped would be,
Yeah, that's-
evaporated. I can pull him from the Feywild, but he would just return back there. But he's still a
Fair.
physical.
That would be a
thing.
precious few seconds that you were running that he was taking the heat.
Yeah,
We'll just all
right.
ki-
But
we'll
why
all
do we try the
mean-
lightning rod? Oh, I'm not gonna tie Gustav to a pole and
No, I'm saying if he's running beside you and
yeah.
he takes a lightning bolt, then that's one that you're not taking.
We'll make
I
sure all of our
mean,
pets get hit first.
If you only have to get 1,000
Not
feet.
biscuit.
I am not gonna hold
Kidding.
Gustav above my head running to lightning if that's what you guys are wanting. I will gladly donate my armor to be tighter. I have the sword that's been in
I
my
mean,
favorite
I've got
situations.
metal equipment in my bag. I've got like nails and daggers and crowbars and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
stuff that we
I
can.
think we need something big. Right? No?
Sure.
Uh,
You don't
I
need
have
anything
together.
big,
I mean,
you
like-
just need something to conduct it.
I have the daylight spell. Maybe if I cast daylight, it'll turn the storm into a nice sunny day.
It's
You know
not
what? I
really
want
like
you to go try
nighttime.
that. I want you to try that and see what happens.
You can.
Maybe
No.
save the.
But that's a high level
magic.
spell.
I didn't try last night then.
I think the lightning
Dang it.
rod is a pretty good idea.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Does anybody? I know, Pharaoh, you have the ability to mend things sometimes.
Yes.
I do too.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So for
I have a
the, I'll
carpenter's
step in
kit.
real quick as the DM for the sake of brevity. You guys are definitely going to be able to create this thing that you're looking for. You have the materials lying around. So I'm assuming from what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you guys are going to take, let's say, the side of one of the smaller ships, and kind of make that like a curved, like turtle shell that kind of
Yeah.
covers all of you as you're huddled and walking together. And then on top of that, you will attach a metal rod. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
I mean, I don't know if we have a metal rod, but like a stick with something metal on top of it at the very least.
Yeah, easily enough that can be done. And then do you put metal anywhere? Like, do you spread the metal out, or is it just the rod?
It's just the rod and like the
rod, right?
base.
Should we have like couple rods though, like one in the
I
front,
think
middle,
we
and
should.
back?
I mean, I
That's not
think
a
we
bad idea if
should
we can do it.
create other points of attraction, like that
We
we
do
just
like 4 rods,
into
like
the
corners
into
would be like-
the storm,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
not just attracting like lightning strikes to us.
But it
To,
seems like
Can I get another
Like,
piece
it's
of-
if it's-
magical storm, so it's gonna attract us no matter what, right?
Do we think
What
the
we could
giant is
do-
doing the storm, or maybe we could fool the giant somehow if he's the one sending
Did,
the lightning
did we
bolts?
not figure out that this was like
It's normal.
there's a
lightning.
storm giant, but there's also like
some other
djinns or
Elementals or something.
Yeah.
elementals.
There are elementals because I saw them.
What if
Did
we?
you guys hear that weird laughing last night? Did you
Oh
guys?
yeah, what was up with that?
I thought that
I was
was
gonna
you.
bring that up.
I
I
thought
know, I
that
heard
was,
this weird laughing like right before I fell asleep. I thought it was maybe. a
Thank you for
dream.
saying that, because I was like, did I hear that? I don't know. But
Yeah,
I was dreaming.
kind of sounded like Zach.
Who's
Who's that?
that?
That's this guy that I know. I did improv class with him a couple years
What's
ago.
improv?
What's improv?
It's like, you know, yuck yucks. And
A lot of guys wearing
jumping
flannel.
on your feet.
oh.
Yeah.
Um,
Can
A lot
you
of
tell
white
me?
people.
Can you tell me?
the
a
Rev, you
joke?
said you wanted to create some
Yeah.
devices that like attract. Like what do you mean specifically? Because I'm
I
sure
mean,
you can
like,
get it done.
right, like attaching like daggers to like poles of wood or something like that that we've
I
got
think we need
around.
something big. I'm proficient with the carpenter's kit, so I can help.
Sure,
construct.
yeah. I mean, like I've got.
And then like
crowbars
throwing
and
those poles
daggers
ahead of
and,
you or
like,
something like that.
like spearing them into the ground. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Totally.
As
Yeah.
we go.
As we go and like holding those like lower to the ground as we move forward, pinning them like around
To
to
like distract.
like attract. Yeah.
Yeah, anything that we can keep the lightning.
Yeah,
spread
I would
out,
say easily enough you're able to
versus
create
the
like the
way
big
it was.
shell, and then like 10 like I would say like double-bladed javelins where it's like one point of the wood to like stick it into the ground, and then the other point is like a metal, whatever you would create to make it have a metal end.
Just something to add if we need a guide or like a whatever. Technically, Tiny has the stats of lightning draconic essence, so he's immune to lightning. So if he wants
What?
to like go ahead of us,
Why didn't this the first time you have something immune to
Can
lightning?
he
This is the
just,
first time
like,
you ever do something?
sorry.
Can we be our
to-
lightning rod?
Can he? I don't like DM. Can
Is he immune to lightning damage or resistant?
it says my choice of draconic essence, and lightning was the closest to moon that I wanted. The Drake is immune to the chosen type and deals that type of damage with its bite and infused strike.
So yeah, it could take the
That's
damage, but
perfect.
it wouldn't be able to fly because the
No,
winds
yeah.
are still. But it could take the lightning damage. Yeah.
Yeah, he can
Should we
just
tie
like
it to a pole?
No.
no, he can just perch on top, like clutch
Yeah.
Oh,
on
yeah.
top of our.
This
Can we all carry him?
How-
this feels
That'd be awesome.
incredibly dangerous. still.
It's immune. It can't. It's
Yeah,
not
he
gonna
loves
take any
it.
damage. It's fine.
He loves it.
Yeah.
So no matter what we
Well,
do, this is gonna be dangerous.
We're
So I
like
think we
on
do
that turtle
all of them.
shell.
We do the lightning rod. We do tiny. Anything that can give us
Yeah.
the barrier between us and the lightning.
Yeah.
I would say use the storm as maybe your last resort to try to save the spell slot if we were like getting into some trouble. Kelpie.
I like this. Let's do it.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll save daylight too.
All right, so as
Sounds like a great idea.
as the whole party is crafting all this stuff, I'll say as a team, you get some of the townspeople to help you out. They feel revived and freshly fed, so they feel like they can do some work. You guys knock it out pretty much by midday. While that is happening, Tim and Tommy and Kelpie have a conversation. Tommy pulls you aside. So it seems like you guys are really gonna do this, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think we got a good plan, and seems like we can get to this giant and whatever is making the storms, and then everybody can get out of here if we can do that.
And you really think they need you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like I'm the best at them, but also they're not all the smartest. I mean, we have some smart people, but they're not all the smartest. They don't all make the best decisions. Well, you slept through it, but you could have known that if you had woken up last night. There's some bad decisions the group makes, and so I just wanted to make sure they're okay. And I don't think I would like just sitting here waiting for them to come back and not
They
being
need
able
you.
to help.
They need you to lead them down the right path, huh?
Yeah.
Kofi, listen. You survived over half a decade with nobody but yourself, and it's not my place to tell you what to do. But please be careful. And please come back. Okay? Just tell me you're gonna come back.
I will. And you're my dad, so it's not your place maybe to tell me what to do, but it's your place to worry and do what you're doing of making sure I'm okay. And you are.
Well, whether it's my place or not, you can bet I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And I'll come back. I'll come back, I'm sure.
Alright. Captain Ace, they need us here. We're gonna just make sure these villagers are okay, and he just starts to tear up a little bit, and then he just leans down and hugs you. He doesn't really say anything else.
So I'll hug him back and say, well, if this all works out well, you guys can start making plans of how we're gonna get elsewhere besides just walking, maybe. I don't know what we can build, but maybe you guys can start making those plans. And so you guys are ready to go when we come back.
Yeah, I mean, I got a daughter to teach how to swim.
Exactly.
Alright. Good luck.
You two did.
And kisses you on the forehead, walks back inside. He and Ricard kind of share a nice moment where Ricard just kind of pats him on the back. And they get to work on their own stuff. And so midday has hit. You have all of your devices ready. Are you ready to enter the storm?
Let's do it.
Atticus wanted to pull Elburn aside while we were working.
Yeah, easily enough. Go ahead.
So Elburn,
Yeah.
did you know anything about the Great Tip Vanguards?
About the what?
The Great Tip Vanguards? You were talking about them earlier when they came up.
Did I? Do I?
Yeah, you were asking about them when they came up in relation to me, and I just want to know if you knew anything about them, like where they were, or who they were.
You drunkenly remember asking Atticus about the Great Tip Vanguards because it was something that Belidra mentioned to Atticus after reading his journal. He said that she said that she apologized to him and said that everything that he went through with the Great Tip Vanguards was upsetting, and you drunkenly started asking him about it.
That's right. Can I roll a history to see if I know anything beyond?
Please do.
Yeah. Huh. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The Great Tip Vanguards are a mercenary group that exists mainly out of the Great Tip Mountains, that is to the west of Duskull. They are a mercenary group for hire, but also kind of like a small organization within the area. Lots of buildings and even small villages pay them for protection. You also know that they are big game hunters. They often hire people to, or they pay for the spoils of a large hunt. The bigger, more wild, more crazy the beast, the more that they would pay. Yeah, that's what you know.
I'd heard of them in my own travels. Big game hunters, if I'm not mistaken. I'd come across a couple of them in my travels, but I never got close enough to ask any questions. I was just curious, since you had a run-in with them, what your experience was.
They raided my hometown when I was a couple years ago. Killed my father. So just looking to, get even with them. I don't know. You said they're located in the Great Tip Mountains.
Yeah, that's the name, which is highly original of them.
Yeah.
They seem like, I don't know, the one experience that I had with them was, some transactional things with me, selling some stuff that I had hunted.
You've done dealings with them?
Just one guy. I mean, it was an unnamed person. They had a hunt. I encroached on their shit. And I got to sell what I got to them. There wasn't anything much beyond that.
Okay. I mean, if you ever hear about it, just give me a heads up.
Yeah, certainly.
Thanks. Let's go back to working.
Alrighty.
I would, before we leave, go up to Kelpie as soon before we leave as possible, I guess. So if you want me to wait,
Nope.
you can.
Go ahead. I'm ready to send you guys out into the storm. So.
I touch her shoulder and say, please be really careful. And I'm going to cast protection from energy and give her resistance to lightning.
Great. For how long?
For an hour.
Okay, great, awesome. So, you all buckle up underneath the large tortoise shell of lightning rods. Rev, you have a few javelins. I'm sure Atticus does as well. I'm just calling them javelins, those like poles that have the metal tips on them. And you guys start to make... Oh, Tiny, I'm assuming, is summoned and perched atop of the shell as well?
Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
like arcane, like heat lightning.
Yeah, you can see as he's like sitting there, like his eyes are just kind of glowing and off shooting lightning every once in a while. His mouth seems to be just like flickering with a sparkle of energy. It almost seems as if he's absorbing the sheer electricity in the air around him.
Who's the weakest between us? Like, who has like the least amount of hit points? I'm assuming the wizard.
Probably Avra.
Probably. I have 38 hit points. Probably should have given myself that protection, but
I will give you this platinum ring and just say stay within 60 feet of me. And you have resistance to all damage.
ooh, shit.
That's
Damn.
Except
Okay.
emotional damage.
All
For the
right.
next hour. So as long as we can get through to the next hour.
ready.
You all enter the storm, and at first the wind begins to pick up louder and louder. The rain is falling hard. You hear the loud crack of thunder above you. You can see the flashes of lightning in the air, but you can't see the actual bits of lightning. You just see the air change itself from the sheer intensity of the lightning. As you get closer and closer, you hear a bellowing noise come from the direction of the mountain. You get closer and closer. You hear the voice bellow one more time. And I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws with advantage, please.
If you're within 10 feet of me...
Which is everybody.
You have a +4.
Just a +4 or a plus 1d4?
And I rolled a natural 1 and then a natural 20.
Nice. It's a +4, just flat.
Yeah, plus just
Oh,
plus.
sweet.
16.
Okay.
15 for me.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
30, 20.
Okay. Atticus got a natural 20. Angie, you're muted.
27.
27. Rev?
Damn.
28.
28. With that, you hear this loud screech from Tiny as this lightning bolt hits him, and you briefly kind of like close your eyes and feel the telepathic link that you have, and he's fine. He absorbed the hit. You guys feel yourself buckle underneath the weight of the lightning hitting the shield. Another crack of lightning hits the rod above the shield itself. The wood begins to crack slightly. You're getting closer and closer now, moving further into the storm than you've ever seen or heard of anybody else going. As you get further, the voice bellows again, louder, seemingly frustrated. And you get closer and closer, and another beam of lightning hits the rod. It travels down, cracking the shield again. You can start to see cracks in the wood above you. Rain starts to drip slightly. You've moved about 500 feet. You have about 500 feet left. Is there anything that anybody else wants to do?
Mending.
Yep, I'm mending as well.
All the mending.
I'm
Mending.
praying out loud.
Okay, mending. Yeah, easily enough. You start mending the cracks in the hull. Ray, what are you doing?
You said we have 500 feet until we're in where? Sorry.
You have about 500 feet of the storm left, you think.
Cool. Can I cast primeval awareness to see how far those elementals might ping?
As we discovered last time, you don't get the specific location of them, but you
Oh, that's
do.
right.
But you do. But I'll say, you get the sense.
It doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say location, but it does say that I can see if they're up to 6 miles.
Exactly. Yeah. There. You get 1 ping actually this time instead of 2, and it's very close to you and in
Okay.
front of you. And actually, you guys start to notice, it's hard to notice because the ground is moving and covered in wet mud. But the sand has dissipated and you're now walking in thick grass. You see the occasional tree stump as you keep walking. Lightning hits the trees next to you. Another lightning bolt hits Tiny as it lets out a large screech, absorbing the lightning one more time. And within another 500 feet, holding up the mending, having the lightning rods ready, you guys were super prepared. You make it through the lightning storm and out the other side, and it's flabbergasting. You walk out the other side, and where is this? you notice yourself able to remove the large tortoise shell from above you. Atticus and Rev throw down a couple of lightning rods just in case, kind of outlining your perimeter. The wind begins to blow not as hard in the area that you're in, and you notice that the thick grass, as you've been walking up this relatively small incline, has now turned into rough, cold dirt and then snow-covered ground as you get closer and closer to what you think is the origin of this storm. Everybody go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Natural 20.
Nice.
17.
11, 15,
12.
17.
17, 12.
Oh, so that would make it a 24, correct?
19.
19, 11, 9. Okay. Pretty much everybody, except for the 11 and the 9. 11s, I should say. And you feel it in the ground first. Ground begins to shake. The wind in front of you turns from rustling air to shifting snow as a proverbial blizzard, but not super high winds, appears in front of you. And then you start to see a dark shape, a figure, forming in the distance as it gets closer and closer. What do you do?
Probably head towards it.
I mean, we heard the voice speaking to us in common.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that this must be it. We should maybe try and talk to him now, or maybe something. I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to talk.
Seems pretty
I
clear.
mean, I'm familiar with him now. Maybe I could just pop in his ear, like do a little convincing.
Sure.
I'm gonna hold
Right.
person until he's aggressive.
Okay.
Once
And
again.
I'd say we just keep on forging ahead.
All right. You keep walking forward. Eventually, the mist of the snow parts somewhat, and the figure that was in the distance gets larger and larger until eventually you see towering above you, 25 feet tall, a large humanoid with thighs as thick as tree trunks, arms the size of a small mast, a large beard billowing over its chest, dark blue skin. It has dark blue skin, and actually, let me bring you to something. This is what you see.
It almost looks like a battle map. Almost looks like a battle map.
Almost.
And you see,
Oh god.
this is the creature that you see. Oh wait, hold on.
Bet he's ugly too.
Do we see that pile of gold?
You do, you see it glistening in the background.
Mm.
I immediately throw all caution to the wind, strip down naked, and run towards the goal.
Grease it
That's
up.
about right.
Yeah, grease up!
Grease up.
Very excited.
Do a couple of tit slaps before I get there.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
I
The
mean,
old tit slap.
I'm not sure if we
Bottom
can
of my
fight
feet.
this giant.
Wait,
Nothing
wow.
I love more than a breakfast full of clams and a couple of tit slaps.
This is the giant that you see in front of all of you.
Damn.
Ah, he looks nice.
Look at
Yeah,
that
he
red
looks like
knife.
a wise old man.
Closer.
And he
Hey.
looks down at all of you, pure frustration in his gaze, as he
I'm
leans
waiting.
down and screams at the top of his lungs. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Zach, I have a question.
Yes.
Oh my god, my
About
rolls are
how
sucking
long,
today.
time-wise, did it take to get through that storm?
To get through the storm,
Yeah.
Mm.
15 minutes.
Cool.
Yeah, you're good.
I just want to make sure.
No, totally. I appreciate you double checking. All right,
Yeah,
let me put.
That resistance lasts an hour, Emily, if you're within 60 feet of me.
I will make sure that I'm always in 60 feet of you. So Zach, if we're doing theater of the mind, if I move and you're like, you're gonna move out of 60 feet, let me know.
We're not doing theater of the mind.
We got this
Go.
battle map.
JK.
We got this battle map.
Go ahead and drag your characters out onto the map, if you please.
I know how
Where
to
are we
Drag
starting
my
out?
character. Fucking stupid edgy
Oh,
piece.
so
Just like on the other side.
Zach, did you make like a cool like boat turtle shell for us to all?
I did not make a cool boat turtle shell.
Why not?
unfortunately.
Why
You didn't
not?
think ahead?
I know, silly me. So
Maybe
you guys will
plan
actually
for the
be
plan.
pretty much all the way down to the bottom left.
I'm right up in
I'm
his
gonna
face.
be. I don't know what you guys are doing over there.
The like light brown rocks are ground level. The bigger gray ones are like 3 to 5 feet tall. Just so you know.
How are you guys dragging your character? I can't figure it out.
You drag it from the name. Let me make sure that you have the right permissions.
Make sure that you're on.
I got it. Cool. Thank you.
No, for name. Oh, bro.
We don't have one for Gustav, right?
You do not have ones for Gustav, so if you just want to bring another one of yours out and like mark him,
Yeah.
that'd be fine by me.
For this party. Woo-hoo. I love when we are all together.
A snail.
All right, so, Red, what'd you get, buddy?
19.
19.
Hey, that's what I got too.
Okay, well, Rev's dex is definitely better than yours.
Hey.
Ray,
How do you know?
Ray, what'd you get?
It is.
I got 14.
14. Atticus,
21.
21. Abra,
A modified 20.
Elburn,
Dang, guys.
12.
and Kelpie.
10.
Nerd.
That's everybody, right?
I rolled super low.
Yeah. Like, cool.
Okay, I'm going to roll for the Stony Boy. Or Stormy Boy, I should say.
Boy.
Boy!
At one point, could we fight a giant clan in this campaign? I feel like
I think if you ever say the word clam again, I'm doing a TPK.
Clam. I want to watch
alright,
you
you
do
asked
it.
for it.
Oh, I like this game.
I already fulfilled that quota in the last session.
Alright, up top of the turn order, Atticus, you're up.
I will. Do you move diagonal as 5 or 10?
Diagonal is 5. Making it
I'll
easy
move
on you.
5, 10. Which one's Avra? I'll move the blue one, blue hair one.
Abra is the blue
So
here.
I'll move without or within 60 feet. Actually, well, first I'm gonna bless. I'll bless Avra, Elburn, and Pharaoh. So you guys are all blessed.
Okay, I'll give you guys a yellow marker.
Thank you.
Avra,
And then-
Elburn, and Pharaoh.
What is that
And
all
then just
entail again?
move.
You get a
add
plus
D4
4
to
sorry?
attack and saving throws. A
Great.
D4. And then I'll just move 30 feet closer to. And then just
Great, so yeah, you see this storm giant kind of pounding forward towards you. You grab your holy symbol and you reach out, briefly touching each of your friend's shoulder as you walk past them, filling them with radiant energy, blessing them as you walk forward. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, now we got Abra.
I'm going to I guess I'm gonna just do a good old magic missile
Okay.
at him.
Yeah. Show enough.
Show enough. So, obviously all at him.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is gonna be 6 points of damage
Total.
total.
Okay.
Just starting out slow here.
Yeah. You see the 3 missiles like slam into his chest. It's as if a fly ran into him a couple of times. He like barely notices it.
Oh shit, that's not what I was gonna do on my turn, and I did the wrong. Here we are.
You
Let's
still
keep
have
going.
you still have a
Next
movement and
turn.
bonus action. Rev, you're on deck.
That's all I'm gonna do. I don't really have any good bonus actions.
What about? And you're not gonna move at all?
Nope.
Okay. Rev, you're up. Pharaoh, you're on deck.
Beautiful. Going to. Move here. We're gonna cast Eldritch Blast at him for the first time, tapping into that power.
All right.
So that is good. Luckying my way out of that one. To get a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Two of those, so 7 points total of force damage.
7 points of force damage. Okay. You
Yeah, go ahead.
you look to face the creature running up next to Atticus. You have your rapier out. You feel your rapier kind of pulse and almost glow with this like dark energy similar to when you have your shadow blade. And it seems to almost vibrate in your hand before you hear in the back of your head, "Let this fucking guy have it." And you instinctively just raise your rapier, and a beam of dark black arcanic energy shoots through the air and slams into the giant's shoulder. Definitely, he takes the impact on that one, but continues to walk forward. You still have your movement and bonus action.
Yeah, I use my movement to get up there.
Yeah. So bonus action.
But yeah, I am going as like my bonus action, grab my rope and a movable rod out of my bag,
Okay.
and that's gonna be the.
Easily enough, you grab your rope and take out the immovable rod as well, looking up at the giant walking towards you. Pharaoh, you're up. Ray, you're on deck.
All right. I look to around me, Ray and Kelpie, and I say, "If we're gonna get through this, we're gonna get through this together." And I cast Emboldening Bond.
Okay.
Which means that for us three, Kelpie, Ray, Pharaoh, if we're within 30 feet of each other, we can add a D4 to attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, as long as we're within 30 feet of each other.
Okay.
Also, if we're within 30 feet and one of us is about to take damage, we can use our reaction to teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of them and take all of the damage.
Wow.
All right.
So basically, if we stay within 30 feet of each other, it doesn't have to be both of us, just either one of us.
Yeah, so you look towards the two of them, Kelpie and Ray. You see the scar across Pharaoh's face begin to glow slightly as the cold air around you seems to warm them within his presence and the presence of each other.
All right, and then I'm gonna get up here towards like where Rev is, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Rev.
Okay. giving him a ACA bonus of +2, correct?
+2, yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go, Rev. Revy boy. That is the end of Pharaoh's turn.
Yep.
It is now the Storm Giant's turn. The Storm Giant is going to continue his stride forward. He has a movement of 50 feet.
Oh my god.
So
That's
Yep.
it?
he gets.
Just remember, I'm behind that rock, so.
He gets right up on y'all.
Of course he does.
And as he's walking up to the four of you, he kind of cocks his head and smirks and raises his hand into a cloud above him, clenching his fist. His fist begins to pulse with lightning, crackling energy.
Can I
as he-
counterspell?
Oh my god.
Yes!
Oh, help.
Yes! Zach looks so disappointed right now. I love
Sorry, man.
Let's
This-
talk about the bland food.
This
It's gonna
is
be a-
not a spell.
Ah,
He takes the ball of lightning energy and hurls it to the ground. The four of you in front of him expecting the impact as the bolt of energy flies over the four of you and hits right here. So everyone within 10 feet, which means all y'all, Avra, Elburn, Kelfie, Ray, and Tiny, all need to make dexterity saving throws.
And then I
Keep
do
in mind
the
you guys are
D4
blessed.
on top of that, yeah.
Yeah.
All of you get a
Those who are
D4 on
blessed.
top of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Oh, don't need it. Nat 20. But
Wait.
fun.
So we add a d4 to whatever we.
Yep.
yeah.
Total of 27.
I did get a natural 1 plus 4.
Okay.
I got a total of
21.
18.
Great to know you.
Sorry, hold on.
Tiny.
Just rolling damage. What did Tiny get?
So wait, I'm so sorry. So we're doing a dex saving throw.
Yes.
So I got 11 total,
Okay, so
and then Tiny got fucking A, dude. 8.
okay, so Tiny and no, I should say Avra, Healthy, and Elburn. You all take 31 points of lightning damage.
Great.
Healthy and I are both resistant right now, right?
Yes,
Yes.
so have that to 15.
well, you also, did you save? Kelsey, or how much damage? did
Yeah,
you
that
take?
was the saved
Or,
damage.
Avra?
That was the saved damage. Ray
How
and
much damage did you take out?
Ray
Avra?
and Tiny
Eight.
took
Eight.
Ray and Tiny take 63 points of lightning damage.
Tiny is immune, and
Atticus
Tiny is
also
immune,
takes
yeah.
and I
15
have a
damage.
reaction that I'd like to use if
Uh,
possible.
hold on, I just want to make sure real quick. Emily and Kelfie, you took 15 points of lightning
Yes.
damage.
I took 31.
You took 31, yes. Ray, what is your reaction?
I have the reaction absorb elements.
Ooh, okay.
I just added that one before this fight too. I was like, yes, thank you.
And so I capture some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect and storing it for my next melee attack. I have resistance to the triggering damage until the start of next turn. Also, the first time I hit with a melee attack on my next turn, the target takes extra d6.
Amazing. So how much do you lessen the damage?
It does not say. It just says spell captures some of the incoming energy, and it
I
doesn't
assumed
have.
it was like being resistant.
Oh, so it's not-
You
it's-
continue to be resistant.
I don't think you.
So it's
don't
not
take
that
less
you.
damage.
Yeah, it's not that you resist any of the damage, it's that you just take some of it.
Okay, so how many?
63
Yeah.
points of lightning damage.
I am very much down.
What is
Atticus
your
al-
what is your max
also took-
HP?
41.
Okay, so you're good. What is Tiny's max HP?
Uh-huh. Dun, 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 tiny boy, where are you?
Oh wait, no,
when
Tiny's
I-
immune to lightning damage. I forgot.
Yeah, he's good. He's
Okay,
kicking.
so
And now he can do whatever the fuck he wants now that I'm out. Cause like, if I
Does
am...
absorb elements doesn't save you?
No, it only gives me...
it gives her, it
absorbs-
like lets her absorb some of the elements, but it doesn't resist her from the elements.
Oh, I thought it gave resistance.
Well, it says until the.
I
Oh,
think
wait,
it
oh,
is
it does give
next.
resistance. I apologize.
Where?
It
How
says
do
that
you
it
go?
gives resistance until the
Where?
start of your
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
wasn't
I
sure if
have
that meant like
Sorry,
right
sorry.
before it hits.
No, it
or
does
not.
mean. If it doesn't, that would be absurd.
That's
so,
what I
What?
figured.
So yeah, so 31 points of lightning damage to you.
That's so much better than 60.
Yes, I apologize. for the
No, it's
confusion.
okay.
I
let
wasn't
me-
aware of that reaction. Okay, so 31 points of lightning damage to you. That's the end of the Storm Giant's turn.
Atticus
so,
also took 15 points of lightning damage.
why's that?
Due to the spell. So the spell, just so you know, the spell that I took, Avra takes or resistant to all damage, but Atticus takes all the damage that Avra also takes.
Ooh, okay, cool. So
Warding
yeah,
on.
you also took that 15 points of damage.
Bam.
It is now the end of the Storm Giant's turn, and you are up, Ray.
Ooh, that was spicy. Ouchie. Well, Tiny is okay, so I am gonna just like get my shit together, and I'm gonna hop on him and fly up to this baddie because.
Also, Elburn, you're on deck.
Oh god, I should probably count that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I can. Oh boy. But he's 25 feet tall, so that's like half my business. Oh my fuck. Okay.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. So I'm gonna fly up to him and. Whoa. Calm down. Time to get out.
You're on. It's
Get-
okay. You're on the same. Yeah.
So I'm gonna fly up to him. So I've used about 25 feet of movement.
Okay. You're on
and-
Tiny.
Yeah, I'm on Tiny.
Okay.
To indicate, I can put him on me if you want, but
No. You're fine. I'm just making sure.
I am gonna get up to him, and then with my longbow, I'm gonna give him a little shooty shoot.
Do it.
And I'm gonna go for two batty bad boy arrows because I got 2 attackies.
Doobie do it.
We be doing it though. That is gonna be 18 plus 9 to hit, so that's
That'll hit.
yeah, for sure it does. And that is gonna be 6 points of damage on that arrow. And then we got 18 to hit for the second arrow.
That hits as well.
And that's gonna be 12 points of damage on that guy.
Ooh. Yeah, you are riding on top of Tiny, straddling his spine, making sure you hold your balance. You release one arrow, knock another one quickly, release it. Both of them find purchase right where Rev hit him with the Eldritch Blast, and they dig into his chest, causing a good chunk of damage. He growls angrily.
Cool, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to command, Tiny to strike him with his lightning blast.
Okay.
Which might not work because he's a lightning boy too, so he might just love it.
Does it only do lightning damage?
Okay, so here's the thing. It says my choice of Draconic Essence, but I don't know if I always have to pick one.
Yeah, you would pick one when you summon the Drake.
Yeah, so he's a lightning dude. He's
Yeah,
a
but is it
lightning boy.
is it just lightning damage, or is there also like piercing?
So it's one. Oh fuck. Sometimes these are just so confusing.
No worries. I think it's just him shooting the lightning out of his mouth, right?
So okay, so it the way that it says when another creature within 30 feet of the drake that it can see hits with a weapon attack, the drake can use its reaction to add 1d6 draconic essence damage. Oh, so I can add 1d6 to each of my arrows of essence attack.
Oh, gotcha. He's
Because-
immune to lightning damage.
Okay. So then I'm gonna just shake my fist at him, and that's gonna be
All
the
right.
end of my turn.
Sounds good.
Thanks, y'all.
Elburn, your turn. Kelpie, you're up.
Yeah, so first, can I tell from looking at him how old he is?
Make a intelligence check.
He's got a big beard. He's gotta be old.
Count his rings.
10.
You're not super familiar with giant physiology. He looks real old.
Well, first I'm gonna pop that old potion of healing.
Yeah.
Which, hold on, I gotta, 2d4 plus 2. Probably not gonna do a lot, we'll find out. Oh, we're gonna
10?
Wait, yeah, that's 10.
10 points of healing towards you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's nice. Brings me up to 29
Take
instead
that
of
up.
19. And then I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just gonna move my ass. Will he get an attack of opportunity if I try to, like, dash all the way over to this rock right here?
No.
Great. So that, if I dash my full movement, could I get there?
With just your movement, probably not.
Yeah.
No, it's 75 feet.
How high are the rocks, like, on the way there? Not?
They're ground level. They're like no more than like a few inches.
Got it. Yeah, I'm just gonna 5, 10, 30. I'm gonna move right there
Okay.
and take a shot with my long bow
Doot.
to hit him in his face. I'm gonna try what I was thinking about his age here in a second. I don't know if it'll work, but
If he's over 52 years old, he takes twice.
you said
He's a
plus-
tween.
We call that the special.
plus 4 to that, right? All attacks as
D4
well.
plus a D4, not just 4, a D4.
Oh, well, I don't think it'll matter anyway, because that's a solid 8. Oh,
Eight.
wait, that's not true. Hold on. I just did math poorly. 12. That is 15.
15 misses.
Damn it.
Yeah, the arrow just like strikes off his hide armor. Doesn't really do anything to him.
Yeah, and that's all I can do, and I'm going to try and figure out. I'm going to try something.
Okay.
But
Kelpie,
and then-
you're up. Atticus, you're on deck.
Alright, I would like to. I think I am. Yes. So, I'm going to cast Flaming Spear. It's not spear.
Uh-huh.
Not spear. It's a spear. At 3rd level,
Okay.
and I would like to create the 5-foot sphere directly behind the giant.
Okay.
And as my bonus action, I can move the sphere up to 30 feet. So, and if I ram it into a creature, that's when they take the saving throw for damage. So it can't really be as tall as him, but just like either in his butt or his leg. Just
All right. What's the saving throw?
a dex saving throw.
Dex save and throw. He gets a 17.
Ah, dang it. And then you take half damage, which is only. Darn it. 4 fire damage.
4 points of fire damage. You reach out with your hands, the wind blowing your little hair to the side as you put your hands together and then spread them apart in this large sphere of flame appears behind the giant, slamming into its back, burning him slightly, but not causing too much damage. You got your bonus
and then-
action and movement.
I'm going to. Well, my bonus action was moving the sphere to actually boop him.
Okay, gotcha.
And then, also just a note is if he stays within 5 feet of the sphere and ends his turn there, he gets burned again.
Okay.
And has to make the saving throw again, or just gets burned. No, saving throw again. Okay. I'm just gonna move like. I'm going a good distance. I don't want to go all the way out there. So I'm gonna move like to here.
Okay.
Gonna be halfway between Ava and the rest of the party.
Alrighty.
And that's it.
Atticus, you are up. Well, wait, actually, we should discuss this, probably not on screen. Who has a heart out? Anybody?
I'm
I
gonna
can't
go
go
through
too
it.
much after. I
Yeah.
can go to like 15 minutes, but that's it.
Okay. Alright, so 30 minutes from now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, so then, yeah, Atticus, you're up.
I will move.
Rev, are you
Gustav.
sorry, hold on. Rev, I think, were you?
We're back at the top of the round order, yeah.
Yeah, Atticus is up, yep.
I do, and since it's a new round, I wanted to make sure because familiars have their own turn.
Oh, okay.
I just implement at some point in time this round Elliot being available. So,
Sure, yeah. Do you want to go ahead and roll initiative for him?
sure. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
He got a 7.
7. I actually think that is... Yeah, that's below anybody else, so if you want him to just go now, he can.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay.
He wasn't gonna do anything. It's
Okay.
just for this round. Yeah.
Totally. Alright, so Atticus, you're up, buddy.
Gustav is going to move behind the frost giant and bite him.
Alrighty.
So
Nip at his
it's
heels,
advantage
literally.
'cause it's flanking. It's advantage. right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah, for
flanking. So it's 17 plus 3, so 20.
sure. 20 hits. Avery, you're on deck.
It says if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yeah, I'm not
And it
gonna
doesn't say
say
anything
that
about
that's.
size.
I'm not gonna say that that's possible. I'm sorry.
For sure, for sure. He does.
I
3
realize
points
that
of
it doesn't
piercing damage.
specify size, but I'm gonna specify size.
Thought I'd bring it up. And then Atticus will attack. Actually, the bonus action.
Well, how
Atticus
much damage
will-
did Gustav do?
3 points
3.
of piercing damage.
Yeah. He nips at his heels.
Atticus, as a bonus action, will cast Searing Smite.
Ooh.
Actually, no, he won't do that because I think it's concentration. No, he won't do that. So he's going to keep less time. He will just attack twice. Advantage at 1. That's 10 plus 7, so 17 for the first attack.
17 hits.
Second attack is going to be. Second attack's going to be 25.
25 hits.
First.
Hey, 25.
damage is 10 points of damage.
Nice.
And second attack is going to be 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
And Atticus is going to actually he's going to stay there because he's just 60 feet away. So yeah, he's going to stay there.
Dude's looking like you guys are definitely slicing it into him, but he's also able to take it. He's a pretty hardy guy. So that is the end of Atticus's turn. Avra, you're up. Rev, you're on deck.
Okay, I am going to bop up to
Bippity bop bop.
bippity bop bop. I'm gonna just bop right in front of Kelpie here,
Okay.
or like something like that. And cast a 3rd level chromatic orb.
Okay.
So I have to make a ranged spell attack. Oh boy.
Good old boy.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, but shit. I got an 11.
11 misses, unfortunately.
Okay. So
Gustav is technically flanking him.
so I would get
Advantage.
advantage. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, well, that made it a 13.
Misses still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then I'm going to use my bonus action to get Gidget out.
Uh-huh.
And I can't believe it's taken me this long. I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on Gidget.
Okay. All right. So you you step up in front of Kelpie, doing the familiar hand signals that you know to cast the chromatic orb, sending it forward. The giant moves his head out of the way last second as the orb shoots by. You get Gidget out onto your hands, speaking the arcanic language into him as you imbue Gidget with what type of breath?
I'm going to give him Poison Breath.
Okay. Is that the end of your? I'll say.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean poison, I meant acid.
Okay, that's fine. So Gidget can have his turn now if you wanted to.
Now, okay. Come on, little Giddy.
What is Gidget's speed?
His speed would be 20 feet.
Okay, so he can't quite get up to him.
No, but Dragon's Breath has... 15-foot cone.
Yeah, but anywhere he would hit.
He'd hit other people.
Hit other people.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's just gonna get himself up there. He'll
Okay.
be ready for next time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna just hit Gustav, feel free.
No, it's not just Gustav.
Okay.
All right, that is the end of Avra's turn. Rev, you're up. Pharaoh, you're on deck.
Cool. Is the flaming orb in the air, or is it?
I think it's in the air. Yeah. I'm gonna say that Kelpie was able to. What?
I was just gonna say it's the red square, just so we know it
Yep.
generally
Yeah,
where it
yeah,
is. But
yeah.
yeah, I put it as high.
Yeah.
kinda away
You could
from
be
the
you could
wall,
be
I think.
underneath it, not get hurt by it.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
I want to tie rope to an immovable rod,
Okay.
and then using my dash action, run around like AT-AT style.
Amazing.
And I can make it, like I measured it out with 60 feet, I can make it about, like, without moving into his, like, the circle of his
Yeah.
basically a rotation in like a quarter around him.
Okay, I'll say the token is just to show his like sheer like magnitude. His legs are a little bit less, so I'll say you get two full time around.
Cool. And then the action that I wanted to use for Elliot was to command him to keep taking the rope and flying around him.
Okay.
To on his turn, which he's got as a bat, he's got 40 feet of flight movement.
Great.
And I've like stuck the immovable rod in place, like it's already tied and like holding in place. So now, just as the rope gets further around him, it's
Fantastic.
adding more resistance.
Yeah.
Move an immovable rod, it's a strength check of 30, and then it moves only 10 feet.
Okay.
However, that slows the giant down.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up
No,
to you.
Yeah, totally. No, that's great. Awesome. Yeah, you easily enough are able to do so and can already see his feet kind of like being forced closer together. Is there anything else that you do on your turn?
I was going to ask you what, in terms of like action economy, what.
I would say, I mean, you're just running with the rope. I would say.
And I was going to say, like, I can bonus action it with my thief stuff to do the dash ability. So I don't know if you want to say that I have a bonus action left or a action left. If that's all of it, like, that's totally fine.
I would say it would be smarter for you to use because tying it to the immovable rod is also part of that time.
Right.
So I would say that would be the bonus action, and then the action would be to dash. So I think
Sure.
that's your turn.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Cool. All right, Pharaoh, you're up, and Ray, you are on deck after the storm giant.
All right, I use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon right next to it.
Okay.
in the shape of a big paddle.
Okay.
I'm gonna spank him with it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh god.
Very
He's been a bad
Pharaoh-ish.
boy. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Takes 11 force damage.
11 points of force damage. All right.
That was my bonus action. Then action Sacred Flame. It needs to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
It got a 4.
All right, takes 10 fire damage,
Nice.
or actually radiant damage.
Yeah, you guys are noticing that this guy's hurt. He's definitely hurt, but he's still standing.
Right, that's my turn.
He then takes out his large, long, great sword and looks down towards you, Pharaoh. He growls and he takes one big swipe at you. Yarg!
You've been a bad boy.
You've been a bitch. He said that. He said that. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Does that hit at 26?
26 hits.
Okay. Just want to make sure. 26 hits.
I'm spanking him as he does this.
You take 31 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And then he is going to swipe at you again.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring it on. I'm invincible.
Are you? That is a 27 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And that is a total of 35 points of slashing damage.
All right. I'm unconscious. I'm a pancake.
Yeah, so he just slices down and cleaves past your shield, breaking it down, slamming the shield into your collarbone, knocking the wind out of you, and then he slices down again, carving halfway through your clavicle as you fall down to the ground, unconscious.
Shield of Faith goes away, but the emboldening bond still lasts between Kelpie, Ray, and I for
Oh, great.
10 minutes.
All right, so that is the end of the Storm Giant's turn. So Ray, you're up. Elburn, you're on deck.
Is Pharaoh the one down here by these little rocks, or where is he?
Pharaoh is that guy right there.
Okay. Having seen what happened to my friend, I'm gonna come up to him because I'm still kind of low flying, and I'm gonna fly over to him, top off Tiny, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And I've never cured a wound before. Angie hasn't cured a wound before. Do I roll for the?
You do, yes.
Okay. Matt gets 4 points of damage,
So
which
Matt,
probably does nothing.
I owe you my life.
The cut in your shoulder starts to heal somewhat. The bleeding stopping for now, and you take a gasp of air in as you're able to remain conscious.
Thank you, Ray. I owe you my life.
So Ray, you have a bonus action if you want it.
Yeah. I know that because of the pieces, it's kind of hard to tell, but because I'm right on top of.
Yeah, you're on top of Tiny. Yeah.
Am I in melee range of this bad boy?
Who
Or
knows?
should I?
It's hard to tell.
What? Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna say I'm in melee range. Is that what you're looking for? Am I taking initiative?
I don't know.
Well, since I'm Nell over Pharaoh and Tiny's right here, I'm gonna instruct Tiny as my bonus action to give him a big ol' nipperoo with his.
I dare you.
Fight.
You should be flanking Gustav. So
Yes, you get advantage.
I get advantage.
Advantage.
I love it.
Advantage.
How do you pronounce it?
That's it. Hit footage.
Advantage.
The Boontedge.
It is a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. Hits. Kelpie, what's up?
I forgot. End of Fire Giant's turn. He should have made a dex saving throw for the fire
Yes,
sphere.
that's right. He should have. He does not care
change.
about the ball of fire behind him. Cat, hush. Just kidding. I love you, Cat. He got a 13.
Ooh, he does not save, and he takes 16 fire damage.
He's looking hurt compared to where he started.
He's also about to take 6 points of piercing damage from Tiny's little nipperoo.
Does so handsomely.
Yeah, and then
The storm giant is now bloodied and is starting to look around a little frantically. Is that the end of your turn, right?
that's gonna be the end. Yeah.
Elvern, you are up. Kelpie, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Trying to wrap this up quickly. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna move forward. My full movement. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit! What? Why did I count like that? 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and I'm gonna take a shot with me longbow again.
Doot.
For 18 to hit.
That hits,
Oh, wait.
sir.
Yeah, 18. I forgot to roll my fucking shit, and I got one.
That does hit.
Yeah. So that's balls. That's 6 points of piercing damage. Just gonna crack him in the face.
I think you have a second arrow, right? Don't you have 2 attacks as a level 6 fighter?
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot. I haven't used that yet. Yeah.
Did you not use that last turn? My bad.
No, I didn't. I completely forgot about it. 7, 1. It's a 14, so that doesn't hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Yep, but then I'm just gonna.
Go ahead and roll for that other one though, from the first turn.
Other what? Oh,
The other arrow for the first turn. Why not? Fuck it. Go ahead.
Oh! It was on 20 and then it bopped to a 2.
Oh no, yeah, that's not gonna do it.
I was gonna say for sure this doesn't make it because that'd be +4 or +2 +7. So no.
No. Unfortunately, no. All right, that the end of your turn.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Kelpie, you up?
Okay, I am going to. Kelpie is going to cast Erupting Earth.
Ooh.
And that is a 20-foot cube, so I'll include only Gustav in the party. So
Yeah.
it's like so it only affects Gustav.
Yeah, no problem.
All of you need to make a dex saving throw.
What did Gustav do to you?
He got a 6, which I'm assuming is a failure.
That does fail, so he takes
What
kind
type
of
of saving throw does Gustav have to make?
he takes a dex.
How much damage?
After 20.
Hey!
Okay,
Nice.
Gustav saves. So the ice giant takes 26 bludgeoning damage.
26.
3d12, baby.
Gustav is still dead. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, well half
Gustav
of that
is still dead.
Gustav.
Don't worry.
Sorry, Gustav.
Alright. Damn.
Gustav and the advantage for some of your attacks disappears. All right, Kelpie, is that the end of your turn?
Nope. As my bonus action, I'm gonna boop him with my spear,
Do a boopity boops.
and so he needs to make another dex save.
Or are you gonna run? Oh yeah, spear. I thought you said spear. Dex saving throw again. He got a 16.
That saves, so he takes math. 17 divided by 2, 8
8.
fire damage.
Yo, he's looking not super great comparatively.
Fuck with us.
All right, that is Atticus's turn. Avery, you're on deck.
Atticus will move around where Gustav was. So he has advantage. And he will swipe twice. First one with natural 1.
Brad, what's up, buddy?
Energy 3, so 10. Does 10 hit?
hold on. Just sorry. Yeah.
Elliot,
Yep.
continues.
Oh, yep. Elliot. Nope,
This
I'm
is
moving
going
that
to affect Atticus's attack
Yep.
in a good way. Now that Elliot has added his link to it as well. Elliot pops out his little bat form. All right. Here we go. It's fucking hard to fly in this wind. This is impressive. What'd you get? Sorry. Did you tell me? For the attack, Atticus?
Oh, for me, Atticus would have gotten a 10.
10 misses.
I don't know if Elliot was doing anything.
No. It'll affect him if you get a hit. Did you get advantage with the 10?
Gotcha. Yeah, because I moved over here, so yeah.
Gotcha.
So 1 and a 3. So I'll attack again. 23.
23 definitely hits.
He's gonna pump a first level divine smite.
What is your spell DC, Rev?
14.
14. So for right now, he saves. He just rolled a dexterity saving throw to see if he was knocked off balance. So he saved this round, but you notice that the more attacks that he gets, the more chance that there might be that he goes prone.
Hell yeah.
Atticus,
I'm undead or a fiend, right?
he is neither of those. He is just a giant boy.
5, 7,
Good old giant boy.
9, 15 points of damage.
Bang. Yeah, he's looking. He growls in pain. Definitely not feeling too good.
His turn.
Don't you burp at us, you fucking giant.
Anything else, Atticus?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Abra, you're up. Rev, you're on deck.
All right, she's gonna try again with this good old chromatic orb.
Okay. He casts a counter spell. I'm just kidding.
Don't take my move. That's fine. Oh no! I rolled a natural 1.
You have advantage
Oh, thank you.
because Atticus is on
Also
the
a
other side of him.
plus 4.
Also a D4, yeah. Or is it a +4 or a D4?
D4.
Yeah.
With the D4, it's gonna be a 19. to hit.
19 unfortunately hits him. I don't know why I
All
feel
right,
like
that's.
that.
Oh my god!
That was
I wish
annoying.
you guys could have heard all these dice from just now. 18 points of acid damage.
Nice.
And then little Giddy's gonna step up.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna get a little closer.
Uh-huh.
And can he like look straight up so that the cone goes like straight up at him?
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you gotta get out of this.
Nah, it's fine.
And he is going to do. Oh, go Giddy!
Wait, isn't it a
He's
saving
gonna
throw?
do. Oh yeah, it's a dex.
Yeah, he's gonna have
saving.
disadvantage on this because he's tied up. Yeah, he fails.
Okay. 14 points of acid damage from Gidget. Did Gidget do it? Did Gidget kill the storm giant?
How does Gidget want to do this?
Yay!
Okay. So Gidget, like, he's a little scared, but then, like, I go and I hit, and he, like, takes his couple steps forward and he looks up at the giant, and he just, like, opens his mouth, and this is the first time he's ever done it, so it's as a surprise to him as it is to everyone else. Just spews acid, like,
It's just
right
like
up.
this, like, what's the dinosaur with the fins?
Diplosaurus.
Diplosaurus, yeah. It's like more of like a stream of liquid, you know, rather than like a spray. It's like a stream of liquid that just hits in the giant's face from 25 feet below. Gidget just gets this no-scope snipe on the guy, and the face of the storm giant begins to melt and sizzle and boil over as the storm giant falls to his knees. All of you needing to back up very quickly, and he's holding his face. And he falls to the earthen floor, snow shooting about 5 feet up from where he hits the ground. And he is dead.
I
Nice.
immediately run up and touch his cloak.
And the storm begins finally to calm and fade.
I immediately go and scoop Gidget. Hold him up in the air.
Gidget,
I'm like, I was really far away. Who dealt it? Who dealt the blow?
Gidget.
I don't
Get
believe
a
that.
fist bump.
All
I
right,
don't
so
believe that at all.
I know that we're
Stop.
4 minutes away from ending, so I want to go ahead and end here. However, can you guys stay on long enough to find out what you're about to get from this magical horde?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, JMO.
I mean, I can. Yeah.
If you need to head out, you can head. But I wanted you guys to be able to find out what you get from this horde. So we'll go into the role play of what happens next week. But you guys find in this horde that the giant has kept from all of the wrecked ships and all of the convoys that have been sent here by this storm, you find roughly, someone write all this down,
Got it.
I'm on it.
15,000 gold pieces,
Oh, what?
Oh, between us?
just in total.
I'm retiring.
3 large emeralds worth 1,000
did.
gold. 2 rubies worth 1,000 gold.
Good lord.
2 sapphires worth 500 gold. 2 diamonds worth 1,000 gold each. 10 pearls worth 100 gold each.
Thank God we found those clams.
We found the pearls.
We found the.
Also, there's a bunch of magical items that you guys find.
Ooh.
We can go through the divvying of them out, but I want to talk to you guys about them real quick. I'll talk to you about them aesthetically. You find a finely crafted suit of plate armor. It's just, I'll tell you, it's +1 plate armor. You find a tall silver shield that almost looks like a double shield. It's almost as tall as a person. And it has at the top what looks like battlements made into the like carved out as if it's like a giant rook piece. There is a quiver of arrows that is made out of wood and has vines growing all around it. There is an eye patch that has an eye on it that is slit and seems to follow you wherever you move. There is a pair of bracers that go on your forearms. A small bag of what feels like maybe beans.
Beanbag.
Let's make a chair out of it.
A hat that seems to be made for a mage. It has a long, wide brim and a thick cloth cone that comes to a point at the top.
The witch's hat for sure.
There is a mask that looks a lot like the green mask at the beginning of the movie The Mask, like before he puts it on. Looks very similar to that. There is a small cylindrical container of what seems to be like gelatin-like liquid, and on the container is just like a beautiful head of flowing curly hair. There is a small necklace with a little frog charm on it. There's a ring that seems to be
Jeez.
made out of dragon scales. And there is a large, long sword that seems to be stuck in the ground and seems to be crackling with the same lightning energy that has plagued you over these past couple of days. And we will get into what each one of those does next week.
God dang.
It's quite the horde.
What was he up
Wow.
to?
I honestly expected him to do a bit more damage, so I wanted to make this a high reward loot. And also, you didn't really have to fight him. Once you got out of the storm, you could have just walked to Devis if you wanted to. But
Nah.
you chose to fight him, and so you get to reap those rewards. Next week, we won't have Ibli with us in the flesh. She will be played roleplay wise by me, and somebody else will play her if there's any combat.
We'll save the Jim Carrey mask for you.
I want the witch's house so bad. Please, please, please.
Abram
It would look
immediately
so
puts on
good.
the mask.
And we're just excited that he's cool with
Well, you know
magic, he's
Kelpie's
gonna
gonna
take
put
that
on that
hat.
mask.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely I'm really hoping my kids are still napping at the beginning of the session so I can at least log on and watch and see how this goes down.
So yeah, but we are still gonna have a session next week and every week from the foreseeable future.
Now until the end of time.
Until until the end of time. All right, so we love you all. Thank you for joining this session of Charmed Persons. We'll see you next week, and as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.